Tokai Teo had me ballin'.
Hey, folks, what a better day to watch one of the Uma Musume seasons than during the Kentucky Derby, because as we record,
just by sheer coincidence,
as we record this May 2nd, 2026,
Which you guys probably won't see until probably about July.
It was
the rate our episodes have been dropping.
Yeah, well, life happens. But today was, in fact, the 152nd running of the Kentucky Derby, the most famous horse race in the world. And we decided to have a little watch party, well, for that. But also, we decided to combine it with having Anime Club and watching Uma Musume.
Guess what anime just happened to coincidentally watching today?
Yeah.
Because it was my turn to pick.
Right. And we know that you want to show us all of the Uma Musume shows.
And just watching Uma on Kentucky Derby Day was not planned.
Right. Right. But it still ended up working out pretty good because we will talk a bit about the Derby in connection with us watching Uma Musume. But
While I'm playing Uma Musume.
Yeah, well, he's doing his dailies as Tokai Teo, which will be relevant when we talk about the show. But anyway, folks, welcome back to Off the Balcony. We've got a really packed show for you tonight because it's been a busy month and a half since we last recorded, and so we've got a lot to get through. We've got quite a packed anime roundup, which I'm super happy about, but we've also got several tales of the Midwest con scene, as I like to say, because we went to quite a few of those. But I think we should just start off. Do you guys want to do anime first and then the cons, or?
We kind of already started doing anime roundups, so
okay,
we should probably start with anime roundup.
Okay, well, so our anime roundup begins on a rather unusual note because the night that we came to watch, or that Stephen and Hannah came to me and Heather's place to watch the first entry into our anime roundup, we were no joke hit by a tornado. In fact, we weren't hit by one tornado. The city that I live in got hit by 3 tornadoes.
And the tornado literally passed right by your apartment.
Literally, yeah.
And,
in fact,
we didn't even notice because we were down in the basement.
Yeah, well, we did feel it, though. We didn't feel it, but like
the power went out for a minute, but for all we knew, it was just a heavy storm.
Yeah, but I later found out from one of my coworkers, he had like this, wait, no, it was you. It was Steven
Yes, it was me.
Who sent me...
At my work, the GIS guy that I work with, he sent us NOAA. I can't remember what that stands for. But they sent us NOAA's tornado tracker and what happened with the stores that night. Yeah. So I just look at him because my parents live near where we're recording right now, and
you just saw the line going by.
Yeah, well, no, I saw the lines going like, oh, that looks like that's close to Wade's place, and I zoom in on where I know Wade's place is, and it looks like the tornado went down the street.
It literally went down the street. In fact,
we were maybe 50 feet from it when we were watching it out the window.
Yeah, in fact, it jacked a tree on like the corner of the street I live on. As a matter of fact, so the tornado lines on this website come with this kind of like with a time tracker, like when the tornado started to when it ended. And I saw the timestamp, and I realized that the moment the power went out, I kind of was thinking about everything that was happening at that single moment. At that moment, when the power went out, as we were trying to get, Anime Club rolling that night, was the moment the tornado passed in front of my house. So that explains not only why the power went out momentarily, but why the internet was kind of herky-jerky during the night because we needed the internet in order to watch our first anime show that we're going to talk about, which is actually a movie.
Yeah, we finally got around to watching the second Nijigasaki movie.
We sure did. Can we recap how we felt about the first Niji movie before we move into the second? Because
the songs were amazing in the first movie, but I just felt kind of underwhelmed by it.
Yeah, it just didn't...
Like, it had so much hype to it, but then I got nervous when we finally booted it up and I saw it was only an hour long.
Yeah, which for the second movie actually wouldn't be an issue at all. But in watching the Niji movie, it kind of just came and went.
Yeah.
Really.
I was whelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was whelmed.
Now that I think about it, I think the problem with the first movie seemed like everyone had their own separate plots going on, and that it just felt like they were trying to shove way too much. Like each character only got probably 15, 20 minutes to have their own little plot, and then resolve it with the song.
Yeah, and nothing really connected. The only thing that really connected everything together was like the fact that Lonzu's mom is trying to get Lonzu out of idols, but she ends up running the goddamn thing at the end of it. So it just kind of fit. And for all of this to happen in like an hour, it just kind of felt like we could have skipped this. And it's like you've got 3 movies to like, I don't want to say wrap up the story of Nijigasaki, because I think Nijigasaki is going to be here to stay for a while.
Yeah.
But it's
they do not seem to show any signs of stopping, especially now that they just announced recently they're doing a second version of the Shuffle Live.
Oh, cool.
Like that had live like a couple years ago where everybody sang each other's first.
Oh,
first
is that when Shizuku had to do the Rina-chan board?
Yeah,
that was cute.
Yeah, so they're doing it again this time, but the voting is actually for either doing the first singles again or the third singles. I think probably because those had assets from the video game for the music videos.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, the first Nijigasaki movie, we're not recommending it. Like, you should, if you're a fan of Love Live, you could still watch it and get something out of it.
Yeah, it's all right, and the songs are amazing. But
songs are really good. In fact, they led with the songs, in the marketing of the film.
Yeah, so I know that. So I was just not get over all the advertising for the first Niji movie being that Shizuku song, and so I thought that Shizuku song was going to be a huge moment. No, it's literally just the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's how they open the film, basically. But it was it's probably one of Shizuku's best songs, honestly.
Yeah, I get that song stuck in my head all the time.
It's really good. I mean, but all of the songs in it are good. I really liked Ayumu and Lonzu's songs a lot. Emma had a really sweet number in there.
Yeah. And Kanata also.
Yeah, and Kanata had Kanata won the year for Nijigasaki, in my opinion, because of her contribution to the Monthly Girls.
Oh yeah, you love What a Beautiful. Yeah, What a Beautiful Day.
Yeah, What a Beautiful Day by Kanata is probably the best, in my opinion, best Monthly Girls song because of just how infectiously happy it is. It feels like something you would hear in a 1950s musical. You've got guys backflipping down Mayberry Street,
tap dancing with those canes.
Yeah, tap dancing with the canes. Everyone's super happy. So yeah, it's a really good song. But
I think the second movie definitely did a lot better than the first one. It's I think the girls were paired up for their arcs.
Yes.
Rina and Mia's arcs went together.
Yeah.
And Ai and Setsuna. And Shioriko was the one that had her song at the very beginning.
Yeah, Shioriko. And to recap the entire film first. So basically, this is actually a Mia-centered film because the whole plot of the film revolves around
this half of the club goes to Kyoto for the school idol Grand Prix.
Yeah, and in it, as they're performing, that's where you get that song for Shioriko, which I thought was really, really good.
Yeah.
But Mia's sister, who I forget her name,
Chloe,
who comes back into the fold,
which first of all, it's so funny when Mia and Chloe are speaking English together because you can definitely tell Chloe's Seiyu doesn't know English.
Yeah, it's Mia. You hear Mia's say, what's her name?
Shu Uchida.
Oh,
Shu Uchida.
Shu Uchida speaks English crystal clear, but then
she was raised in Australia.
But then you got Chloe coming on the track, and it's if you've ever seen Indiana Jones Temple of Doom when they got the Indian shaman, and it's very clear that actor's
probably had to write everything out phonetically.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Spielberg literally was off to the side writing this guy's QR codes. cue cards.
QR codes on the digital screen.
In 1984, yeah. Writing out his cue cards phonetically. That's literally how they did that scene in Temple of Doom. That's how I imagine they did Chloe's dialogue for the second Niji movie. But
yeah, so after the plot, Mia's family is a family known for like big music family in America. Imagine they're like the Osmonds.
Yeah, basically, or like the Jacksons or something like that.
And the sister comes sees Mia. It's like you said you could never sing in front of us, but here you are being an idol in Japan. We're gonna come bring you back to America and get you over your stage fright.
Yeah, right. Which here's the thing. I have kind of mixed feelings about the sibling because she's not an out-and-out villain. Yeah. It would have been so easy to make that character like basically a villain.
She's doing what she thinks is best.
You're right. But of course she runs into resistance from the rest of Niji Kasaki, but especially Rina. And Rina's going to become.
You're not about to take my blonde away from me.
I'm making a harem. You will not.
And so
what? Rina DDoS attacks the entire city.
That was crazy. So yeah, they get done in Kyoto. They come back to Tokyo. Right? They go back.
I think they're still in Kyoto.
They're still in Kyoto. Okay. So yeah, they're in Kyoto for presumably most of this. I'm trying to. It felt like they had done a transition, but apparently
I think it was like in 3 different cities, but they were all like kind of around the same area.
Okay. So that means we'll just call it Kyoto for simplicity's sake.
Probably part of the greater Kyoto area.
So the plot of this film is during this school idol Grand Prix. Mia is considering leaving to go back home to work under her family again, and Rina does not like this at all.
And Rina took exception to this.
Yeah, Rina took exception to this because she does something that, if you know this character, Rina, maybe you would expect it from her, but also it feels like just, I don't want to say out of character because of how awesome it was, but
she basically turns the Rina-chan board into a Super Sentai mask. Just goes under the name Alan, which in SIF All Stars, the mobile game, she had a pet cat. She had a robot cat named Alan.
Oh, okay. So as Alan, Rina decides to basically DDoS the website that the Grand Prix is running under, and basically wrecks the tournament.
Rina technically gets 2 songs in this movie. 1 song under her own name and 1 song as Alan.
Right, as this robot persona. But it basically wrecks the tournament, so much so that the other characters on Okinawa, including Lanzu's mom, have to basically call in and say, hey, what the fuck is going on over there?
Rina almost gets the competition canceled.
Right, but it's not out of malice, it's just out of the fact...
they just can't get the app working again.
Right, and Rina's actions aren't done out of, malice.
Yeah, she's just trying to cheer up Mia.
You're right, she just wants Mia to stick around and everything. And so that's really what the crux of the plot is. It's really a Mia-centered film, which is great, because I love Mia. I think she's one of my favorite characters from Niji Kasaki, and Rina too. Rina's my absolute favorite. She's kind of secondary protagonist and all this stuff. And so go ahead.
And Setsuna and I kind of have a little side plot together where Setsuna's kind of having her little identity crisis.
Right, because she basically is she's kind of like Clark Kenting her way through.
She's also coming up on her last year of school. She doesn't know what to do with herself afterward.
Right.
Yeah. They can only be a school idol temporarily.
Right. Which is funny.
Which was a nugget that Chloe planted in her head while they were having the little Mia drama.
Right. Which is funny because, Emi Tsun is still a school idol and she's
in her 40s.
Yeah, she's in her 40s now.
You can't quit if you never grow up.
Yeah, you can do this till the day you die.
Like Maruzensky.
Right. But So yeah, that's basically the crux of the film is Mia deciding, whether she should go back home or whether she should stay with Nijigasaki, and ultimately she makes the choice to stay with Nijigasaki. To great effect, because Mia's song is fantastic, and Rina's solo song is really, really cute too. And they have a really cute, Mia and Rina have a really, really cute arc together, and it leads to a lot of great emotional beats. And Karin also had kind of a funny side thing where basically she tells Chloe off.
Yeah. Kind of like how Kasumi just went directly to Lanzu's mom. Like Karin does the same thing, but for Mia's sister.
Right. Oh, and speaking of Kasumi only has one scene in this movie because they do some cutaways through
It's like, what was the Okinawa gang doing at this time?
Yeah, and they're kind of monitoring the situation from afar in Okinawa, and you see Kasumi be like, wait, what's going on? Did we lose? Basically freaking out. But yeah, based on how much we've talked about this film already, I think you can tell that we liked it significantly more than the first Nijigasaki movie.
Yeah.
I think it just had more going for it, really. It was a better constructed story. They had a real arc with Mia and Rina. Those characters were fantastic. I mean, Rina was almost making us cry with how happy she was that Mia was gonna ultimately choose to stay in Japan. But yeah, that's where we stand with the first Nijigasaki movie.
Second Niji movie?
Oh, second Nijigasaki movie, excuse me. The second Nijigasaki movie.
Cannot wait to see what the third one brings.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what this series does moving forward in terms of anime or concerts, projects, whatever they're coming up with next.
Hopefully they give us some new subunit songs too. Apparently it's been 2 years now since there have been subunit songs for Niji.
Well, they probably spent all that time coming up with songs for the movies, and then
it's like I get they're supposed to be solo idols and everything, but I'd love some more Quartz songs.
Yeah, Quartz and
some more Diver Diva bangers.
Oh, Diver Diva was great. So yeah, I'd say ranking the second Nijigasaki movie, for the record, we gave the first Nijigasaki movie a B tier. I would give the second Nijigasaki movie a very strong A tier.
Yeah.
Just
That's thinking either very high B or low A.
Yeah, I mean, I think it did a lot more. Had a lot more going for it. Is basically what we're getting at. And Steven, what did you say?
I said very high B tier.
Okay, well there we go. So that's the second Nijigasaki movie. Moving on to
on that same night.
Oh, okay.
Did buy. Yeah. So I did get a Surugaya package recently. I've started buying from Surugaya again because the tariffs really haven't been that bad.
Right. They fluctuate based on the president's mood. So
it's just the 2 times now I've ordered from them, DHL has taxed me $20 to $25.
Right.
So, yeah, and in one of those packages, I also bought Saint Snow First Gig, the Blu-ray for Saint Snow's solo concert. Happened over quarantine time.
Yeah, which led to a bizarre way that this concert was even presented, because it
seems like the crowd was edited in.
Yeah, which it's but we've seen Love Live concerts where during COVID where there was no one, and they still just did it anyway.
That's pretty much all of Liela's beginning was an empty crowds.
Right, and that one Niji Live that you showed us one time, that was right in the heart of COVID, and that didn't have any crowds, and that worked out fine.
Yeah, it's very obvious this happened during COVID time. It's even during the talk portions of the live, they had the little clear gate up over both of them.
Yeah,
between both of them. It's didn't have to edit the crowd in. You tell some of those pen light movement things were very fake.
Yeah, it was the crowd looked real, but like the way they were imposed into the shot
It's like
didn't
just
look real.
certain shots you could just tell this isn't right.
Right, and you couldn't even blame like AI or something for it because that shit wouldn't.
Yeah, this was before the rise of AI.
Yeah. So you couldn't even blame it on, and not that I would accuse Sunrise of doing something like that, but
I mean, what they did to Saku-chan though.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
that
my-
was Star Rise's
Oh, that was
fault.
Star Rise.
Yeah, Star Rise was the agency that has now luckily gone under.
Oh, is that the one that tried to railroad Tomari?
Yeah,
or
they made a credit card with her name and face on it. It's like use this credit card to support her fan club, but then they started like putting like really predatory fees on there, and when people called the agency out for it, they threw her under the bus.
Yeah, that was. I'm glad they're getting like basically. I'm glad they're getting railroaded back because they deserve it. But that card does remind me of that fucking. You remember the Fire Festival guy?
Yeah.
The way he started making like this like platinum card, kind of membership credit card deal, and like everything was just a giant scam with that. That's what that reminded me of. But in any case, so the Saint Snow Live, weird editing choices aside, I really did like watching Saint Snow perform. I think like in the Aqua era, I think they're probably like honestly they're kind of better than Aqua.
Yeah. Honestly, the only reason Aqua even won the Love Live was because they fucked up that one song.
Oh,
That's actually how Saint Snow got disqualified in the anime. Funny enough, they actually were performing the song "Drop Out."
oh yeah,
This was,
yeah.
I think Leah bumped into Sarah and just knocked both of them over.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's how I got the whole I almost said Ruby arc with Leah.
Right, which was a good arc in the show, and I'm not trying to throw shade on Aqua. I'm just saying that Saint Snow has just such a cool vibe, great songs, great energy from the performers. That's like it's hard to even compete with that. So yeah, it makes sense that they would get their own live, and I did like their own live. It's just I feel like they didn't have enough songs to really justify a live per se.
It's like, no, we definitely started skipping over a lot of it because like they only had like 8 or maybe 10 songs at the time.
Yeah.
So like most of the concert was just like talking portions. Like I think they had like a little like interview game show, whatever that little section was where they brought up the little barrier wall.
Which would have worked if it wasn't, during COVID when you could actually have crowd reactions and stuff. But as is, and even still, even if it wasn't COVID, we couldn't understand it because we didn't have subtitles or anything. So we would have just kind of been left in the dark on all of it.
So I am still so surprised Believe Again wasn't on the main disc.
Right, and
Apparently, Believe Again was sectioned off to the second disc where I think they had this thing where it was like different camera shots where it's like one camera focused on Sarah Seiyu, like one camera focused on Leah Seiyu.
Right, and it's like you don't have enough songs to be skipping over songs.
Yeah, so you could have put Believe Again on this disc and still had enough space left.
It's kind of like when back in the 80s, this is me thinking about one of those Todd in the Shadow episodes. Back in the 80s, John Fogerty wanted to go on tour again after the release of Centerfield, but he couldn't.
So he got sued for sounding too much like himself.
Yeah, well, that, and also he didn't want to sing any Creedence songs because he was still bitter at Creedence. And so he was like, how the fuck am I supposed to do a tour with only 9 songs? And so they get the other album that ended up being the big flop.
Eye of the Zombie?
Yeah, Eye of the Zombie, which turned out to be terrible. But in any case, so I did like watching Saint Snow live. Like, I'm glad whenever they bring those two on because the two performers are incredible. Like, especially Sarah's performer, Asami Tano, is fantastic. Like,
she makes me want to watch Zombieland Saga.
Right, and she's in the Persona 3.
Oh yeah, she plays Mitsuru in the Persona 3 stage plays.
Right.
I say I don't think I've watched Zombieland Saga in like a year because I think I dropped it off for a while.
Yeah, I think I've only seen the first few episodes back at ISU Anime Club.
Yeah, that's when I would have seen it too. It's okay. Like I might give it another shot. Like
I just feel like it's like too much of a gimmick. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
I know apparently it is making a comeback now.
Okay.
They're making like a new anime for it or some more movies.
Well, if they want to try again, I wish them best of luck. But in any case, so yeah.
And Leah's Seiyu too is also pretty much like every Bushiro thing now.
Right.
It's like she's Juna from Review Starlight, and she's also in Project Sekai, the Hatsune Miku mobile game.
Yeah.
Plays Mizuki, and that who's also like one of the more popular characters.
So she would have been in the Miku movie.
Yeah. So the pink-haired girl with the side ponytail.
Oh yeah.
Part of the depression group.
Right. Yeah. Not my favorite. My favorite's Vivid Bad Squad.
Yeah.
Ride or die, baby. But yeah, the Saint Snow Live was good, and it tied in pretty well with watching the Nijigasaki movie. So glad I saw it. I just hope that we get more with. Obviously, I hope we get more Saint Snow. So.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Saint Snow, my Saint Snow Nesso collection is almost complete.
Oh yeah.
It's like I finally got the Believe Again Sarah Nesso in one of those Surugaya orders too. So now the only Saint Snow Nesso that's currently released right now that I'm missing is Leah in her waitress outfit.
Nice.
But what about those other ones that they just came out with?
Those haven't actually dropped yet. Those are just advertisements. But they were making those small size Nessos of the school uniform and self-control outfits.
Oh, cool.
I can make a Saint Snow Ida bag.
Yeah.
Just like my Nico bag.
Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. You gotta put a JBL speaker in there and just blast Breaking Benjamin out of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of new metal, July 8th in Tinley Park, me and Steven got tickets to go see Evanescence.
Right. You excited?
Yeah. So I remember just like seeing ads for Credit One Amphitheater, Tinley Park, so I decided to just look up like how far away is that from our place? 45 minutes. Like, oh damn, I should start buying tickets for.
Yeah, if you were shooting straight up 57, you'd be there pretty quick.
Yeah, and I also saw in September Breaking Benjamin's gonna be playing too. So tickets for those are only $40 now. So I'm just waiting for my money to come back again and just saying maybe we could swing that
put
one.
Put a pin in that one. I might be bringing Heather with you
because the Evanescence tickets are still only $45 if you want to come up on a Wednesday for that.
Yeah, I'll have to weigh a decision on that because I do love Evanescence, but I fucking love Breaking Benjamin, man. That's why when they brought Saint Snow out in the anime, the first song that they play sounds exactly like fucking I Will Not Bow.
Yeah, I want to make a mashup of that sometime. All is lost again, but I'm not giving in. Psycho, one more chance time.
Believe. So yeah, that's cool. So I think we pretty much covered all of our Love Live stuff.
Yeah, all of our Tornado Night.
Yeah, all of Tornado Night. So moving on to the next thing, it was actually Steven's pick.
Finally finished up Persona 4.
Yeah, Steven, why don't you explain what exactly we watched?
So Persona 4 Golden is the character. There's a character named Marie in Golden, created specifically for Golden, and they just show them hanging out with her. Like this would be between certain sections in the actual anime.
You cannot watch the Persona 4 Golden anime without watching the Persona 4 anime, or at least playing Persona 4 the game.
Correct.
Yeah, I guess you guys were covered on both those fronts. So
it's like episode 2 just starts with Kanji and Rise are just there.
You're right.
It's like they don't get any introduction because in canon their palace already happened. It's pretty much the entire Persona 4 anime is just focused on Marie. Everybody else is just kind of side stuff.
Right, and I actually had some notes about how the anime was actually divvied up. So the first, 5 episodes are basically like kind of side stories, but feature Marie in them.
Yeah.
And then episodes 6 through 8 deal a lot actually with my favorite character from Persona 4, Adachi. No, I couldn't keep that with a straight face. Fuck Adachi. And then the last few episodes are kind of like dealing with Marie more directly, like who she is as a person and character, and I mean they do a whole separate. Is it a palace like where they go?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
Behind the
I think
TV.
they call it dungeons.
They call them dungeons.
okay. Oh, Palace is Persona 5.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. So yeah, looking at it that way, so for the first 5 episodes where it is dealing primarily with like these side stories, they were funny side stories. I'd kind of been spoiled on some of them though because I watch a lot of gameplay footage of Persona 4, which and these guys show me clips from different playthroughs, especially.
I think you watched Shifrolis's video ranking all the Persona 4 social links.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
Marie and Adachi's were in that too.
Yeah. And I think he gave Marie a pretty decent.
Yeah, I think
Score.
I think he actually put Marie's kind like lowish middle. Because like in the game, it's like, hey, you need to help Marie learn her, it's like figure out her past. Then it's like you from the game and
Yeah, I
Marie
know.
are hanging out, and then just suddenly all the other members of the gang show up like it's a sitcom.
Right.
It's like it ends up being more about the gang than Marie.
Right. And
I think that's how he put it.
and
Yeah.
there, to be fair, there are some pretty hilarious side ventures like
Marie just it's like referring to Chie and Yukiko as green and red.
yeah. That,
Like, I suppose we do wear those colors a lot.
You're right. I was more talking about like when Kanji comes to the beach in his finest banana hammock.
Oh yeah, they animated the beach scene,
Yeah, where
and they did it perfectly.
yeah, which I had seen the gameplay footage of, so it wasn't
Yeah,
like
it's like we could not let you and Heather go without seeing that,
It
so
was-
we showed it to you guys from the game just in case they never animated it.
but as it turned out, oh, they sure animated it all. Oh, and poor Teddy, who they call. Okay, real quick. In the
And then,
Persona 4 Golden has not gotten a dub, which is really strange to me because anything Persona like really sells over here in the States.
yeah.
So there is no dub. So it was actually interesting to get these characters subbed, like hear their voices like in the original sub Japanese
Which
performance.
it actually is funny because the Persona 4, or at least like at least the Japanese versions of all the Persona games, they have those seiyus that are in like every show ever. I think it's like I think it is Kape Yamaguchi that's Teddy
Yeah.
in that, and so I know he's like a lot of comedy animes and yeah, I think he voiced like the funny characters in a lot of comedy shows.
Well, that makes sense because so what I was getting at is that they first of all they don't call Teddy, they call him Kuma.
which is just Japanese for bear.
Right. So it still works, but it was something that we all just called him Teddy down here. But secondly, Teddy's voice in the Japanese sub is certainly something.
He said he sounds like a drunk Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Steven, what did you think of Teddy's voice?
It's a voice.
Yeah.
And
I'm not gonna
And
say
it-
it's a bad performance.
I'd say it does sound pretty close to what the English Seiyu was doing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's a bad performance, but certainly it's certainly something to get used to. But anyway, what I was getting at is Teddy sure got a front row seat to Kanji's.
It's like how they even animated him just like turning his head, just like getting like a face full of it.
Yeah. For context, this is after he steps out. Kanji
Yeah.
steps out of the water.
Yeah, truly, Teddy was like grabbing the girls' swimsuits, trying to undo the knots on the girls' bathing suits. Then it's like Kanji just grabs Teddy, just walks out of the water. Like, hey guys, this guy was causing trouble. Like, Kanji, look down, look down. oh shit, the wardrobe malfunction was mine.
You know what? You know what? Teddy, because Teddy, let's be real, Teddy's kind of a creep.
Yeah.
Or can be kind of a creep.
Persona 4 and 5 mascot characters being creepy to women.
Right. So you know what? I don't really feel bad that Teddy got a face full of kanjis. You know. But that's...
front row seat to that sausage parade.
So I don't feel bad for Teddy, but I do feel bad for Kanji. But he certainly improvised. So
They do the whole Birth of Venus seaweed to cover up his... So he's like, guys, this is giving me an itch.
There's probably a sea urchin on that seaweed.
It's like, it's even like the scene after, at least in the game, when everybody's leaving the beach. It says, I'm still itchy.
Uh-oh. Might want to take a hot bath when you get home.
Gave this poor guy an infection.
Because, well, okay, to be fair, Kanji decided to roll up with his skull and crossbones fucking banana ham. And so...
Also, it's funny, in the game, it's like a couple days before the beach thing, it's like everyone's in the classroom together. It's like, hey, who are you most looking forward to seeing in a swimsuit? And it's like all the girls, and then Kanji. It's like, and when you pick the Kanji one, it's like, oh, it's nothing special. Thin in the crotch, built for speed. Just starts casually describing it.
You're right. Oh, that's something that happens in the game?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty funny. But, yeah, so it's mainly side stories that they put Marie in. That's the first 5 episodes. And then, episodes 6 through 8, those episodes deal directly with Adachi. And I thought those episodes were fantastic.
Especially that whole episode that's just Adachi's backstory.
Adachi's backstory, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved those episodes.
Still, fuck this dude, but those are some great episodes.
No, the episodes were fantastic. I could... 2 things can be true at once. I could still say, like, you know what, screw this dude. He's a piece of shit. He made me tear the label off of my beer can. But at the same time, they really do a lot with Adachi in those episodes, because he is, like, it's not like cartoonishly over the top, but it's also like the reason Adachi is evil effectively is because, like, Dojima starts hanging out with Narukami more than he does him.
Imagine getting jealous of your boss hanging out with his nephew.
Yeah, it's still pathetic, but it's like it's given more time to breathe than it is in, like, the anime. I can't speak for the game how they dole out Adachi's backstory in that.
Yeah, in fact, they don't really give him a backstory in the game.
Like, none at all.
The only thing they really do backstory wise is
He kind of gives this whole, like, little villain monologue when the game figures him out. And
like him being
just, like,
bored, basically?
Yeah, it's that he's bored, and I think he kind of implies that, like, the reason he got sent to the boonies was just something to do with him firing his gun.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He says, like, the reason he wanted to be a cop was to have a gun.
Right, which, you know, nothing wrong there. But yeah, Adachi's episodes really work. I actually really like the vocal performer that they got for Adachi in the games, like in the Japanese voice. He really played his part well. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say about Adachi except, you just telling the dude to go fuck himself. But no, those episodes worked out well. And then we got into the last few episodes of Persona 4 Golden.
And the Hollow Forest.
Yeah, the Hollow Forest, which I liked. They weren't my favorite of this anime. And the reason why is that if they had... Let's flip it around. Let's say that this had been, like, one of the characters that we'd really gotten to know, like I don't know, Naoto or Rize or Chie or something. Mm. It would have been more effective because we had gotten more time to actually know that character. Marie, I feel like Marie works in Persona 4 Golden, the anime. She works well enough, but I don't know. She's just not as. I guess I'm finding myself agreeing with Shafrillis kind of by proxy because Marie is good, but she's not like great. She's not like one of Persona's like finest characters. You guys may disagree because you guys played the game, and I'd love to hear your opinion. But I have to say that was kind of the weakest part of that show for me because it's not like I didn't care about Marie. It's just Marie didn't really leave that much of an impact with me. Yeah. But you guys can give your own opinions on Marie and that arc.
Yeah, I think Marie was kind of like one of the meh characters for me too. It's like her character design is really good, but like the whole like story for her was just, she's there.
Yeah, it
like mostly just max out her social link just to get that little extra dungeon at the end.
Right. Oh, so that's that dungeon appears in the game then.
Yeah, it's if you max out her social link, you get that.
The dungeon is actually more interesting than her as a character, which I think is kind of funny.
I love the design of the dungeon. I thought it was brilliant. Like this like dark sort of forest. It actually kind of reminded me of like where the White Walkers in Game of Thrones live. That's kind of what it reminded me of, but
I believe they also call that the Hollow Forest.
The Hollow Forest. Okay, well, I mean, I liked that. Like, I thought the adventure was cool, but then it kind of it ends on this.
So little story here is that Marie has no memories when you meet her and do her whole social link, but then near the end of the game, she finds out that whole purpose. Like those two gods you fight in the game before that point, that she was like another part of them that was sent to Earth as a spy.
Right.
So then she does that and she forms the Hollow Forest, just like to hide herself from everyone, to die alone.
Yeah, I mean it's a neat idea. I just wish they had given me more to like care about in as far as Marie as a character. And again, it might be they gave her a lot more backstory in the game. I can't speak to the game because I haven't played it. But by Steven's face, it doesn't sound like they
the
did
anime
that.
actually gave her more.
The anime did give her a lot more.
Oh, okay. What is she like in the game?
You know how
is she just like baka baka baka?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like whenever you go to the Velvet Room, sometimes you just find her edgy poetry on the floor, and then she just yells at you for calls you stupid for reading it.
Okay, I gotta admit, that was actually pretty funny. Speaking of the Velvet Room, I actually really liked Igor's voice in the Japanese dub.
You like the Japanese voice more?
I don't like it more. I like both of them. I just think Igor is such an interesting, like, addition to this world. Because it's like, he's not really like so far as I understand, he's almost like a master of ceremonies in a way. He actually kind of reminds me of Jigsaw in a way.
Jigsaw if he wasn't murderous, I guess.
Right, yeah.
Jigsaw if he actually wants to see you succeed.
Yeah. Where it's like you don't really get a sense of like, you don't get a clear sense of what this guy is. Is he malicious? Is he like on your side? You don't really know. You know what I mean? That's just how I get. That's the vibe I get from the anime.
I will say this. In the first two Persona games, or the first three rather, because Persona 2 has like two separate games, it's the same story.
Yeah,
but...
at least Persona 3 and Persona 4, we can say.
Yeah, we can say, but what I was saying was, when they first started Persona, there was actually 4 people in that room, I think. You had Igor, and then you had a blind pianist, or deaf pianist, a blind soprano singer, and then one other dude. I can't remember who the other dude was off the top of my head. I think it was either blind or something. But
this was in Persona 4?
1 and 2.
Personas 1 and 2, okay.
So the Aria of the Soul, which is the song that's always sung while they're in the Velvet Room, which originally had a guy on piano and a girl singing it in the room when you were doing your shenanigans with the...
Okay.
And then
I guess that's interesting.
And then for some reason they took them away, even though the hardware became better. Because the first few Persona games came out on the PlayStation 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 and 4 were on the PlayStation 2.
Okay. I mean, that's cool. And like again, I don't have anything against like Igor as like a character or anything. It's
I know you like the Persona 4 Velvet Room.
Oh, I do love the Persona because it's basically he's riding around in like this limo and he's got like this shelf of just like liquor and stuff.
Want to get fucked up off the Velvet Room Hennessy?
Yeah, he's like, bro, does he got some Don Julio in there? And like
Remember the last time you had Don Julio?
I had Patron. Yes, I do. But like I kept coming out because like unlike I can't speak to Persona 3, but unlike Persona 5 where the Velvet Room is basically like a prison, in Persona 4 it's like it's basically just the back of this dude's limo. And we came up with all these different like scenarios.
Like all those times when Igor's not in there.
Well,
so you show up there and Igor's not there. It's like, I guess he must have been taking a leak.
Yeah, like they pull over to the side of the road, or it's like we imagine like episode starts. Like I don't know how it's structured in the game, like how you contact Igor in the game, but like in the anime, it's like you see him like lean out the window. It's like, yeah, we want 2 double cheeseburgers. It's like, oh, greetings. Immediate.
2 double cheeseburgers. Sees you walk in. A kid's meal.
Oh, and a Happy Meal. So yeah, with Persona 4 Golden, kind of like looking at it, like just kind of as a big picture sort of thing, I really did like it. Like I really thought it was it was a good addition. In as far as how much I loved Persona 4 when we watched it, it's kind of the last thing we watched in 2025. How much I love those characters. Like I said before, I thought that squad was better even than the Persona 5 squad because the Persona 5 group, they're really good. They're really interesting characters, but they feel more like a superhero team.
Yeah.
Like because they got like all the elaborate costumes and everything, and you know they say all the cool lines. Meanwhile, Persona 4 felt more like a real friend group to a certain extent.
Yeah. Kind of feel more like the Scooby-Doo squad.
Yeah, it felt more
solving mysteries in their small town.
Yeah, exactly. And then the goofy side character you meet at the beginning of the episode ended up being the main threat, which was Adachi.
Would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids and your stupid bear.
Yeah. So again, looking at it as a like in totality, I'm glad that we saw this. I'm especially glad we saw it after watching Persona 4 because I would have been fucking lost without it. But I thought it really worked. I give Persona 4 Golden a very solid A tier, personally.
Yeah.
Especially in how it works. But you have to watch it with Persona 4. I'm not saying this as like
Now, there are insane people who like to watch this as a concurrent series, where they'll watch Persona and then do stuff with Marie, and like flip-flop back and forth to make it coherent. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, don't. That's a lot of effort to do some stupid shit, alright?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one more Persona 4 thing I'll say. So Planet FunkCon, it's like their Instagram uploaded a video today of Erin Fitzgerald, who's one of the guests there, and she voices Chie in Persona 4 in the anime and Golden. And
the video game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know in the background of that video she uploaded, like right by her head is a framed print of Chie.
Nice.
So she definitely loves being Chie.
Well, I mean, a lot of Persona actors are coming to Planet FunkCon this year, including Igor, so...
Yeah. So the original English voice of Igor.
Yeah, because he got replaced with Reload.
Yeah, I think now it's Kirk Thornton's usually
Kirk
Igor. Oh, I think he does a lot of Lupin the Third dubs, too. I think he's either Jigen or Zenigata, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well,
or for those who've watched Baki, he's Yujiro Hanma.
Okay.
Oh, see, Baki's dad?
Baki's dad, yeah.
Okay. Well, so as it stands, I think we're all good with Persona 4 Golden sitting at an A tier.
Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about
Can't wait. My next pick is going to be Persona 3, and I can't wait to show you the Endless Elevator.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, the Velvet Room in Persona 3 is just an elevator.
Bruh. Man, pay some overhead, Igor. Damn.
Yeah, Persona 3, the anime is just 4 movies.
So we'll
there's
do
gonna
two
be-
movies one week and then two movies the next.
How long are they?
They're like 2 hours each,
Okay, so
basically.
not too bad if we watch two in one day.
Yeah. But that's why I said we should do it as a 2-weeker, because like those movies, I looked up each of the movies. Their run times would go up into like 2 hours, all of them pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Which altogether that would make it the length of like just a regular.
26 episodes.
Yeah. So
So-
it still works out.
Yeah. Did you know I did look up the first movie, and no, the first movie goes up until Fuka's thing. So like, yeah, that does cover a good amount of the game in one movie.
I can't wait to figure out what y'all are talking about.
Yeah,
Which-
that's why I wasn't worried about saying that in front of you,
No,
because you
it's-
have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. And I still want to do that episode, like, when we watch the Persona 3 movies. I really, really want to get our friend Sarah into the studio. So she's done some art for the channel before. I really want to get her into the studio so we can do like a big...
She's the one who got me into Persona
So we
years
can do
ago.
like a big, like, Persona, like powwow, basically.
The
Talking
title of the episode is going to be Persona Non Grata.
Yeah, there you go. Write that shit down
Yeah.
so we don't forget it.
And also, you did submit our Persona panel, or upcoming Persona panel to
Yeah,
our
it's like at
summer
every
cons.
con we're going to this summer. So
Nice. Because, yeah, our new panel idea for this year be kind of like how we do Waifu Wars with a come up, pick a character, put them on the tier list, but it's going to be all the Persona 3, 4, 5 social links.
yeah, and I'm really excited for that because I've been trying to incorporate Persona more
Thing
into
of-
the.
We do need to make a Persona panel sometime, but just what do we do?
Yeah. It's like we don't want to just do an explainer panel
Yes.
because
So I know it's like the ASEN schedule dropped yesterday, and I did see like on Saturday there's a it's like deep dive into the world of Persona thing, but it's like, do I really want to go to a lecture panel about Persona?
right.
Like I feel like at this point it's like I mostly want lecture panels for things like I'm interested in but don't really know that much about.
And
It's like-
especially if the presenter like knows what they're talking about and like loves what they're talking about,
Yeah.
like
It's like at this point, if I'm going to a panel for something I'm super interested in, kind of want like another twist on it.
right. Oh, also, just as my own like, excuse me, just as like my own like where I would put these in terms of like if I was an audience member at this upcoming panel that we're gonna do, I would put for Persona 4. I would say my favorite link is just from what I've seen. I would say Naoto.
Yeah.
Based.
And I know both of you guys, Naoto's your best girl.
Oh, absolutely.
I will cut kanji every day of the given week.
Okay, now we're going to
No, we're not. You have not seen her in her school in the school uniform. She puts the female school uniform on just for you on Christmas, and it's a fucking precious experience. Okay, if you haven't seen that, you just don't go. You don't have to say anything.
All right.
Also,
But
the Cosmo may have been hitting a little hard there.
Kanji and Naoto as a ship is so cute.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a cosplay of them. Like it was a couple's cosplay.
Oh yeah, Amki.
Yeah, at Amki, where it was Naoto and Kanji, and they were so cute together. And then Persona 5, I'd say my favorite links are.
No, you love EY.
EY's great. Futaba is great. Although a lot of that comes down to my love of ancient Egypt, admittedly.
Yeah. So I cannot wait to go to Anime Blues. So if we do like finalize the Memphis trip, it's like go.
I think we have.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we got the room and everything. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to set aside some time to go to the pyramid, the Bass Pro Pyramid, to recreate that. But you just need to go out and travel the world. Thanks. Now I'm depressed in Egypt.
Depressed in Egypt. Right, and
Yeah.
oh, and I love Akechi in Persona 5 Royal.
Yes.
Persona 5, they shortchanged that motherfucker so much.
So sometimes with Akechi, I just end up thinking about that one vine. It's like, let's tell each other secrets about ourselves. I'm gonna go first. I hate you.
That's basically how it goes. And yeah, I don't hate Akechi, like not even a little bit, like
It's
close
like,
to.
he's more understandable than Adachi.
Yeah, Adachi. I'm
Understandable crash out.
like, look, if someone gives me an Adachi cutout, I'm taking that motherfucker to the top of the Memphis Pyramid, and I'm throwing him down. You just see this little Adachi cardboard thing just slowly slide down the pyramid.
See, I do remember when we were talking about going to Memphis again, I was looking up the Bass Pro Pyramid, because I remember hearing something that they had a zip line in there, but as I looked up, that was just a proposed idea. They never actually made it.
Oh, like inside the store.
Yeah.
Because it is like a functional store.
Yeah.
Which...
They actually do have a hotel built inside of the pyramid, too, which I did look up the rates for that, and that was like $600 per night. It's like, nope, we're not doing that.
I mean, you can see the fucking thing from, like, miles and miles out. Isn't it like almost as big as, like, the pyramid?
I think it is, like, the 8th largest pyramid in the world.
Okay. It's like, could you imagine, like, 1,000 years? Like, as far away as we are from ancient Egypt now, like, there are archaeologists who come and find
we have found it, the great city of Memphis.
Yeah, and there's, like...
It's Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, it's like, why is there a pyramid in the land that used to be called Egypt, and there's also a pyramid that looks just like it right here in Memphis?
It's the great god Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah. No, they have to say it like Bass Pro Shop.
I interrupted you guys a little thing because I'm now getting ads for golf courses.
Ooh.
Which one?
Cinder Ridge.
Oh,
What?
is that the one in Wilmington?
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Oh, Cinder Ridge. That's actually when we passed by it when I was going to a doctor's appointment earlier this month, and
55 by the Coal City exit.
yeah.
Okay.
We looked that up recently. It's like, is that one open to the public? And it is.
Okay.
Not too far away from where we live.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, so we're done with...
I got distracted talking about Memphis.
So we're done with Persona 4 Golden. Tiers across the board?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Now, the reason why we led with talking about the Kentucky Derby today is because in conjunction with watching the Kentucky Derby...
I just remembered why I brought up the zip line. Memphis. It's like just putting an Adachi on that and then just letting it go and it just falling off right where they have the alligators.
Just as stupid.
So apparently they actually do have actual alligators there in that Memphis pyramid.
Just as stupid, like...
And just little T-pose cardboard cutout just falling down the zip line.
And it just gets ripped up by alligators. So anyway.
It's what he deserves.
Absolutely. But...
now on to Uma.
Now... So today we watched, yes, we did indeed watch Uma Musume Season 2.
The one with Tokai Teo.
Yes, Teo.
She got me bawling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hachimi. So yeah, we watched Uma Musume Season 2. This was fantastic. This was really, really good. It took everything that they did with Uma Musume Season 1 and really ramped up, like, the emotion of it. The humor of it was... Honestly, both of these shows have been way funnier than I would have expected. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of great physical comedy, but there's also a lot of, like, background kind of comedy going on, and I don't know. This really worked for me. And Hannah, since this was your pick, why don't you go ahead and explain what exactly the plot of Uma Musume Season 2 actually is.
Wait here and just type in something in the server.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. So, Uma Musume Season 2 is about Tokai Teo, who in real life is the son of Symboli Rudolph, the legendary horse. But
right.
in the anime, Symboli Rudolph is the student council president, and also legendary Uma Musume of Tracen Academy. Tokai Teo is just obsessed with her, so she tries to follow in Symboli Rudolph's legacy, but sadly she keeps suffering leg fractures.
Yes, which
keep putting her out of races.
Which was
she had to back out of getting the classic year Triple Crown, which is the Satsuki Show, Japanese Derby, and Kika Show, which it really fucks me up because in the game they spell Kika Show as Kikuka Show, so I've been pronouncing it in my head as Kikuka Show this whole time, but then turns out it's actually supposed to be pronounced Kika Show.
Okay.
So yeah, those 3 races are the classic year Triple Crown. But yeah, she beat the Satsuki Show and the Japanese Derby and was about to be a completely undefeated Triple Crown, but then got a fracture and had to sit out the Kika Show.
Yeah, and which is true to what actually happened to Tokai Teo, the horse. Tokai Teo, I read about his career as a racehorse. He was an incredible like kind of generational talent, because it seemed like for a while any race that he entered he won. Like, just he was so good on the track, and then he started around 1991. He starts suffering like leg injuries, like quite a bit, which, as far as I'm aware, is actually pretty common with like really competitive racehorses.
Yeah, it's like they weren't like bad enough for that to put him down or anything. It's just that he just had to sit out for a while.
Well, it's normal wear and tear. I mean,
Yeah.
you see this in athletes, human athletes, all the time.
Yeah, pretty much everybody in sports is tearing their ACLs.
Oh yeah, I mean, do you guys remember that that Olympic runner in Barcelona, the guy whose dad like carried him across the finish line, Derek Redmond from Great Britain? He was an incredible runner, but he basically spent half of his entire career going through leg surgeries because he was just constantly like tearing muscles and shit. You know what I mean? And then the 92 one, that was just kind of like the final one. It's basically what happened to McQueen in this show, because yeah, this is the Tokai Teo show.
Yeah, but McQueen's pretty much the main rival.
Yeah, the main rival, but also secondary protagonist, because basically they're doing a repeat of kind of the 91, 92, 93 horse racing seasons in Japan, which coincidentally enough are the same seasons when Michael Jordan won like all of his biggest titles.
Watching the anime Michael Jordan here.
Right. So Teo, the show starts with Teo like being like a big winner. It's not like with Special Week last season where it's like she's like, I'm gonna make a name for myself. No,
Like
in
her-
this,
So I'm going to be the undefeated Triple Crown champion. Has to sit out the Kika Show.
yeah,
And I'm going to be an undefeated Uma Musume. And then gets beat in one of the races.
by McQueen, right?
I think so.
Yeah, by McQueen. And then it really gets emotional because then McQueen gets diagnosed with I forget, like
Yeah, I know
it's kind of a
it's
tendonitis.
a specific disease. Or it's like specific injury where it's not like initially dangerous, but if she kept running on that leg, it would immobilize her.
Right, which the actual Majiro McQueen horse had that disease.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much when he retired and became a stud horse.
Yeah, which would have been at the end of the 93 season.
Which is interesting with the way how the actual horse died.
How did the actual
Making his 64th son, I think.
Oh yeah, he died after a mating session, which that's the rumor is that's how Richard Pryor's father died. Like, he was fucking around with this bad 19-year-old.
I remember it was one of the Rockefellers where he died of a heart attack with his mistress, and I think the newspapers reported as he thought he was coming, but he was really going.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, you know? But yeah, so McQueen comes down with this illness and is unable to really compete anymore, which of course actually did happen in real life. But Teo gets to have like this just absolute like miracle ending, which actually did happen. Like at this, what is it, the Iru?
Ari Makinen?
Yeah. At that race in 1993, after almost a year, one day shy of a year since Tokai Teo last stepped hoof onto a racetrack. That horse won like one of Japan's biggest horse racing events, and they recreate that moment in the Uma Musume like fashion. But I think it's a really, again, like what we talked about with like the special week and Silent Suzuka stuff from season 1. I think it really does work as a loving tribute to these real life racehorses, because like we said last time when we talked about Uma Musume, these horses aren't just like animals. These are athletes. These are like beloved like sports icons over in Japan and around the world, to be quite frank. But yeah, I think that's where the show really came into its stride, and that's what kind of made watching the Derby tonight so much fun, because it was like you see like the kind of anime representation of horse racing through the lens of Uma Musume, and then you get to actually see it. You get to actually see it happen, and how all of that actually looks in real life. It's just what the anime does is like, you know, hype it up, make everything like really bombastic and anime-esque, while still retaining like that actual spirit. And, you know, of course, all of the horses are now like cute anime girls. So there's that.
Sorry if you saw me kind of cracking up over here. I'm on Majoro McQueen's Wikipedia page, and I saw the pedigree section, and I saw one of the horses in Majoro McQueen's pedigree is named Palestine.
Oh.
So I just opened that up and just saw Palestine's son is named Pakistan 2.
Who's giving that horse brand advice?
Who comes up with these names?
Pakistan 2 Olympic Boogaloo.
It's like, what the fuck?
It's a Pakistan and then 2 in Roman numerals, so I can't tell if it's supposed to be Palestine, in Pakistan 2 or Pakistan the second.
The first is the country.
Like,
Also, Majoro McQueen died on his 19th birthday.
oh.
Exactly, it'd be 19.
And
he thought he was coming, except he was going.
He was going. And Tokai Teo lived for a full, like, 20-ish years after his last win.
Yeah.
He lived a good, long life.
Of the
He
horses.
lived from 1988 to 2013.
Wow.
At 25.
If you saw the horse Nice Nature in this one, lived to be 35 years old.
Oh yeah, because
Ooh.
Peel said he was waiting for his trainer to come home.
Oh.
The
So
trainer
went to a wedding and died in a car accident on the way home. So, and
Rough
Nice
deal.
Nature lived like 15 years after that, and said he was waiting for his trainer to come home.
That's
It's like by one of the oldest horses in the game.
yeah.
that's insane for
However,
a horse.
Dober this month, Major Dober this month, Jesus Christ, is turning 33.
Oh wow.
So we have a record. So we have someone coming for that record again.
Ooh.
Yeah, actually, I think in Uma, technically one of the longest living horses they have down is Samson Big, because Samson Big, just nobody knows where he went. It's like a horse that just went missing. So,
Bruh, just look for the horse.
It was in the university when the earthquake in Japan hit.
oh
and,
yeah, the big 2011 earthquake.
And then nothing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I mean,
So there might
could-
just be a horse just out in the wild, just kind of fucking
It's like
around.
they have a once famous racehorse is now just wandering the wilderness. Maybe.
He's living like a Sugar Man. You know Sugar Man, like the
Oh,
the
yeah.
Latin.
Yeah, like a South American singer that just ended up, for some reason, becoming super famous in South Africa.
And New Zealand and Australia, but then went missing around like 1980.
It's like they made a documentary about him, and oh wait, no, he was from Michigan,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he had no idea he was famous
Yeah.
overseas.
It's, by the way, the documentary Searching for Sugar Man, fucking incredible. I can't recommend it enough. And I can't recommend Uma Musume Season 2 enough either. But I'm not saying
that finale had us almost crying.
It was so good. Like, McQueen, who's having to sit out now, is watching Teo just run, and you're just like, go!
Everyone is wanting Teo to win.
Yeah, wants Teo to win, and Teo wins, because Teo, in real life, came back from just all of these brutal leg surgeries to win this race.
Yeah, this is like, I want to show you guys the anime in chronological order, so I'm going to watch Season 3 next.
Which is Kita-san Black.
Yeah, and then watch Cinderella Grey.
Yeah, which is the Oguri Cap show.
Yes, I recently discovered the joys of Tubi, and Tubi actually has a massive anime section.
Yeah,
the only Uma anime they have on there is Cinderella Grey, so lately when I've been home alone and Steven's been at work, I've just been watching animes on Tubi, so I did recently watch Cinderella Grey myself, and holy shit, that one deserves all the hype it's been getting.
Yeah, I hear it's really, really good. And
I cannot wait to show you guys that one.
And I will say, through my Amazon Prime subscription, I get all of the... I checked today.
Oh, you do have Cinderella Grey on there?
Yeah, I've got all of...
We won't have to deal with the Tubi ads. Nice.
Yeah, I've got all of the Uma Musume shows just loaded onto Amazon Prime through that subscription I got.
I also did watch Tonbo Season 2 recently. Did finish that one up. That's also pretty good.
Oh, that means my thing's done.
Oh! Cool.
Sorry, guys.
No.
Are you watching golf videos on your phone?
I was going through Instagram stories, actually.
I thought you were doing dailies.
Yeah, so I just saw a golf ball rolling on your phone screen there. Like, you've been watching golf reels while we're recording.
Do you guys mind if I read something real quick?
Go ahead.
So I was in looking up Tokai Teo's career. There's obviously a section in popular culture.
Just a cosplay.
Yeah, I don't think I need to tell you what that's all about. But there's a quote left by one of the, I believe one of the trainers of Tokai Teo, who sums up kind of how I feel about this show. But he does so talking specifically about the horse that he trained, and I'll go ahead and read that quote now. It's on the Wikipedia page.
I think I found it here.
Yeah. After all, for something to remain so vividly in your memory, it's already been 20-something years for me, and now, in this way, in all sorts of games, for the story of Tokai Teo to be gaining this much popularity, even after he passed away, the fact that children who have since been born play a game and have come to know who Tokai Teo is, it was a happy moment, wasn't it? That instant when I realized it. It's a feeling of thank you, isn't it? Really, I just want to say thank you, Tokai Teo. And that was Seiki Tabara, who was one of the trainers of Tokai Teo. And I think that beautifully sums up why this series works so well. Is because I think it does give these real, horses and athletes. Well, these horses are athletes. It gives them kind of a second life in a way, in kind of an unconventional sense, but people get to see these Umas and love them again, have Ida bags made of them, and they get to kind of be they kind of get to be in the popular consciousness again, and that's why I think seeing the story play out as accurately in the sense of these specific horses won these specific races and everything works so well for me, because it was getting to see, like I said with the first season, the second season plays absolutely like a sports film. It absolutely does. It's Remember the Titans. It actually kind of reminded me of Miracle in a way, the Kurt Russell hockey movie, because the trainer was just please fuck, just win, god damn it.
I think I will say one of the love letters to the horses, the athletes. You're saying, I think that really shines in season 2 moment with Rice Shower. Where they adapt the story of Rice Shower.
Yeah, that was a really good like subplot. I wasn't.
And where Rice Shower was this horse that when Mihono Bourbon was on a winning streak, he beat Mihono Bourbon in what would have been like a Triple Crown victory. So people started booing Rice Shower, like getting mad at Rice Shower winning because they stopped Mihono Bourbon's victory. And then it's like in another race where Major McQueen would have gone on a victory streak, then Rice Shower beat McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like people really hated Rice Shower for a while. So Rice Shower just had her own little arc in the show where it's like she wanted to quit because it's like she didn't want to be a heel.
Yeah.
I did read like that's why they decided to make Rice Shower and Haru friends in the game is because, well, Haru Rara got like she ended up gaining fans for losing. Rice Shower became hated for winning.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
So yeah, they ended up doing a story with Rice Shower. Mihono Bourbon, like who Rice Shower beat, is the one to encourage Rice Shower to keep going.
And then McQueen is the one that like claps for her when she like wins her big race, which was a really, really, really cool moment. And
which the anime didn't adapt this scene, but I think it was the Takarazuka Kinen that year where I think it was 1994 or 1995.
95.
Yeah, where Rice Shower suffered an injury. Like it was the one race that was like in his home turf, so everyone was really rooting for Rice Shower in this race. Where Rice Shower fractured his leg really bad. There was like the kind of fracture where the bone was sticking out. So it's like, there was no way he could have really come back from that. So they had to euthanize him on the track.
Yeah,
the story about that one.
Threw a blanket over him and got it done.
The story about that one is that Rice Shower is trying to be a front runner and the jockey's trying to slow him down, and then the miscommunication made him trip.
That's rough. That is rough. But
which in the game, that is like chapter 2 of the main story is all about Rice Shower, and then it's like you have her actually win that race, and then she sings that song that they played as the ending song for her episode.
Oh, right.
So yeah, if you ever see us crying to that song, then it's like a little prayer.
It is a very horrible day for Rain.
But in kind of looking at season 2, like just as a whole, I thought it improved a lot of what season 1 had done, and season 1 was already really, really good. But I was really pleased to see the directions that they sort of took season 2 to do, because it's not your typical like I'm a nobody but I'm gonna become somebody. No, this is
already somebody and wants to keep going.
This is fundamentally a story about recovery, about someone who
wants to keep her winning streak going, but then God said, boom.
Yeah, like just dealing with injuries and
what if you wanted to be an undefeated horse girl, but your leg said
bet. But yeah, everyone loves a good like come from behind like sports victory story, and that's what I think this season is, and that's why I give Uma Musume season 2 a like highest of high A tiers.
Same.
Yeah, it's just so good, and I can't wait to get to season 3. I can't wait to get to Cinderella Grey.
I feel like it's always Teo and Oguri Cap people are saying are the best main characters of an Uma anime.
I definitely really like Tokai Teo. I can't speak for Oguri Cap, but
I know I'm definitely waiting to see what season 3 brings. I'm so curious to see Kira-san Black and Hinaki.
Yeah, Hinaki. I like with Oguri Cap. I don't know what Oguri Cap sounds like because every time we see her in the show, she's got a face full of food. So
she's just a background gag where she'll sit down like a big plate of food in one shot, and then when the camera pans back to that shot after like a few moments of dialogue, her plate's just wiped clean.
Yeah. Insane. But yeah, that's how we feel about Uma Musume season 2. And that ends our anime roundup. And now we get to tell you...
What time are we at now?
About an hour 12, about hour 19 and a half.
Not bad.
Yeah. Now we get to tell you about all of our adventure stories.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, we did mention that we had our friend Sarah do some art for us. After this is done recorded and after I'm back home, I'm probably gonna get that Redbubble actually up and running.
Okay.
If I remember the login, get those two pictures done in if I can find them, and we'd be done.
Cool.
We actually get a Redbubble store up, and I can make some side hustle money. Why not?
Right on. I've got more Uma.
Soromaru.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Soromaru, who's the voice actor of TM Opera O from Uma Musume, started an Instagram, and she posts mainly stuff of her in, like, cosplay.
Oh yeah, Machiko. Tokai Teo's Seiyu on her Instagram. She's been posting a lot of Uma stuff lately.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because I guess she still voices Tokai Teo.
Yeah. I feel like Machiko now is like one of the Seiyus that like she keeps coming back the most often.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's been like every live event now.
Right. So
And she was even in the tribute album for Love Live.
nice.
There's Teo, Ogre Cap, Gold Ship, Still in Love, and Almond Eye sing the first Muse opening.
Cool. So
And they even added the horn section at the beginning to like kind of make it sound like an Uma song.
nice. So shall we talk about our adventures?
Oh yeah, it's con roundup time. Yeah.
Yeah. So our first con was a pretty small affair. It was Collector Con,
Down at the Kankakee County Fairgrounds.
which came about in the aftermath of the big storm that
the
ripped through
tornado.
Kankakee,
Yeah, the tornado happened in March
which hit,
on my birthday.
which
Like,
Happy birthday.
which
the day we would have gone to go see the Uma movie.
which to pardon the pun, hit a little too close to home for our hosts here.
So yeah, the tornado actually formed right by the fairgrounds, so we just kind of assumed, like, yeah, this con's probably going to be canceled. But then I just checked the Facebook page, because this con like only advertises to like Facebook and little posters hung up around town.
Yeah, little like yard signs and stuff.
Yeah. So it's like a couple days like a week or two before the con, I just saw their Instagram. Collector Con is not canceled. The only parts of the fairground that got damaged was the concession stand for the go-kart.
Which you couldn't even see. Like, as far as because when I pulled into the parking lot there at the Kankakee Fairgrounds, I didn't see any noticeable damage, like, at all. Though I will say, packing everyone into that little, like,
there was a line outside.
Yeah, like, so for a lot of these fairground cons, because all the cons that we went to this month, or for this stretch of episode,
Stretch of the year.
Yeah, this stretch of the year. All of them basically took place at, like, fairgrounds, effectively. Which, I'm cool, we'll get more into that, like, why I'm supporting this, like, new branch of cons. But at Collector Con, they're in, like, it's like the kind of central building at, like, a fairground, where it's, like, I don't even know what it would be used for, like, normally.
I know for at least McLean County's fair, I know they usually use that main building for like the rabbits and like other like small animals.
Right, it's probably for like, exhibition kind of stuff, which makes sense that they would put like Collector Con in this little building. But on the way to Collector Con from Stephen and Hannah's place, I'm driving in front of them, or wait, Stephen, was I behind you or?
No, you were in front of us.
You were in front of us.
Okay,
we had
they caught me red-handed because I was rubbernecking like a motherfucker going down this.
Oh yeah, going down that way. There's a place that used to be a motel, and yeah, that place was gone,
ripped to shreds. And
I think you actually saw the one on the other side, on the passenger side, that was like a business.
Yeah, and I had recognized that because because 5 months earlier.
Yeah, it's like November was the other Collector
Con. We
where
went to
you had your OT8 pull.
Yeah, my OT8 pull, which I'll talk a bit about, like my record with pulls this year, because I'm a little bit miffed, but we'll get to it. So yeah, I'm driving in front of Steven, and they see me ahead of them, like constantly slowing
I know
down.
for some reason we had left the house like a few minutes later, but we still somehow managed to catch up to you.
Right, because I was like constantly rubbernecking just to
Like,
see.
this place looks like a war zone.
Well, yeah, because there was like on either side, to get to this fairgrounds, you got to go down that one road that leads
like,
you to
like
I-50.
industrial district kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get to like I-57, like where that interchange is, and you look on either side of you, and like all of these old buildings from like the 70s have just been ripped to shreds by the tornado. It was like
And the place I work at was closed for like a week.
right, and then they couldn't get away with not paying you back pay, so
Yeah.
they had to reopen.
Yeah, that week I only got like a $200 paycheck.
Right,
When I usually get paid like $500 for a full 2 weeks.
right, which is bullshit that they weren't going to give you back pay, but
Yeah, I think they just opened it up like just enough so that they wouldn't have to.
Well, no, you got that $700 paycheck, right?
I thought that was just like other extra shifts.
Could have been other extra shifts, but that was a little bit too much for extra shifts because usually extra shifts, I think somewhere like maybe 6. So they gave you an extra couple hundred for that back pay in that paycheck.
I thought my $700 check was for my tax return.
There's that too.
okay. Stephen and Hannah's finances aside, so we pull up to the Kankakee Fairgrounds. Hannah was actually debuting a cosplay at this convention.
So for my birthdays, my family usually just emails me some Amazon gift cards. So I finally decided to buy a Silent Suzuka's racewear. Bought a cosplay of that with my birthday gift cards, and just that morning as we were getting ready because that con was on a Sunday, and then that Saturday we had recorded an episode, went golfing, just spent the whole day together. So then just that Sunday when we woke up, I said, I should probably check the tracking on that costume. Package was delivered yesterday. What?
Did it go to like your P.O. box or something?
No.
They just stuffed it inside the mailbox.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how the mail at your apartment works, but
Yeah. It's like the mailbox for every apartment on that is just like on the wall, kind of between everybody's.
right.
So yeah, just had Steven go out there and he grabbed the costume, and I just opened it up, changed into it in the room.
Yeah, and it was a good con to try it out at because this is like a country like fairgrounds. There's a lot of like animal based infrastructure there.
Yeah, I know. So while we were leaving that con, like we were just kind of passed by some of the stables there. It's like I just took my glasses off. Like, Steven, get some pictures of me running.
Yeah, right.
So I just the only running pose I know to do is the Naruto run, just because I sucked at PE. I am not a runner.
Right.
So I was just doing the Naruto run, just running pose.
Though you did get some compliments at the actual convention for your cosplay. I think a couple of kids came up to you and said that they thought you looked cool. So
yeah, somebody gave me a little star made out of beads. They said, like, oh, do you know what a trinket trade is? And then just handed me that.
oh, okay. But at the actual convention itself, I don't know what you guys bought. Well, actually, I'm sure I will
And
when
I
you guys tell.
think Steven bought some magic cards.
Yeah.
Right, magic cards.
Oh yeah, I bought a little 3D printed fidget things of baby Sinclair from Dinosaurs and baby Goku.
Right. For me, I was the guys who sold me the OT8 pole that they were talking about
And
was
your copy of Battlefield Earth that you bought at last CollectorCon.
which came from a Scientology org, and I have the appropriate paperwork that confirms that. But
Which, funny enough, at that booth, I did see another L. Ron Hubbard book that had the same little print-off thing.
yeah,
beside it.
I looked at it too. It was more of a collection of like his short
Yeah,
stories.
not one of the ones you were really interested
Yeah,
in.
well, because Battlefield Earth was such a bad movie,
Yeah.
and
But that is what we kick off the Cursed Media panel with.
right is the scene from Battlefield, which
And now you have to bring that book to every time we do Cursed Media now.
which, by the way, I read the scene in that in the book that scene in the movie that we play for Cursed Media runs off of. The scene in the film is like a 3-minute, probably like scene.
Yeah.
In the book, it's like 2 paragraphs.
Man.
It's still stupid, but
This scene could have been an email.
Yeah, basically, we have decided to keep you here for another 50 cycles with endless options for renewal. I can't think about that movie too long before cracking up laughing. But yeah, that is by far like the best con pull that I've ever had. And since
For $1.
for $1, and I have not been able to repeat that luck since, because last year, 2025, I got all sorts of like just stuff that has been out of print for a long time, or stuff that's super hard to get, like the Chronicles of Narnia show from British television. I got that on DVD. I got all sorts of stuff. But this year, I don't know. I've been kind of disappointed with what I've been pulling up with. And Collector Con this time around was okay for me. I got a few DVDs. I actually got quite a few wrestling DVD. I got like a DVD pack that's like ladder matches, exclusively ladder matches. And I got a game guide, like one of the books that you would get for like a video game, for one of my childhood video games, which was cool, but nothing like stellar, especially for how much I got that Battlefield Earth book for. But Collector Con was a lot of fun. You know, I always love going to these fairground events, which I'll talk more about in a bit. But we embarked on one of our most ambitious events. Prodigious, like from Digimon.
Harura cannot say prestigious.
Oh yeah, that's when on the little fun facts they put on the loading screens of the Uma game. It's like, did you know with Harura, she can't pronounce the word prestigious.
Prestigious.
It's like we just always make jokes now for just like mispronouncing prestigious.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Prestigious. You did good.
So we decided to not necessarily step away from the convention scene, but we decided
went to a different kind of event, because I kept getting ads for this thing happening in Chicago, like pretty much all year so far, but it was closing at the end of April, so telling the guys like, hey, we need to do this sometime before it closes.
Yeah.
Where in Chicago, they renovated one bar to look like the Drunken Clam from Family Guy.
Yeah.
It's called the Family Guy Experience, which as of right now it has closed, but they've moved it to New York City now.
Right.
So if we have any New Yorker followers who can go to it.
Right, and they do this with a lot of like kind of pop-up things. They'll boot from city to city.
I know there was like a Sonic cafe that was in Chicago for a while.
Yeah, and thankfully we live close enough to a city that attracts that kind of that kind of attention. But yeah, so Hannah talked us all into it, and it was great. And we bought our tickets.
I feel like I didn't really even need to talk you guys into it. It's like if we knew it existed, probably would have gone to it anyway.
We got train tickets. We were all set up, and then the day that we were supposed to meet up, I got hear that? I got sick. The day that we were supposed to head up to Chicago. So bad that I had to skip work. I mean, but I was...
Yeah, in fact, we were all battling colds.
Yeah, because it was like the temperature changes, man. You know what I mean? Because it would be warm on one day in March, and then it would be cold again.
Yeah, getting like 60, 70-degree days, and then a massive storm would hit, and then it would go back down to the 40s.
Yeah. So, your body, that does take a toll on your body, so... That was me, but, hear that? But anyway, so we get on our train. It was the late night train that we had to take to get to Chicago.
The late night train from Bloomington Normal up to Chicago.
Yeah. So we get on that. We Uber to my parents' place, who were very gracious, putting us up for the night.
Nice meeting your family. They're
yeah.
Cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and they liked you guys too. They said you're always welcome. So we wake up that morning, and we actually we had quite a bit of time. It wasn't like when we did DibsCon, where we were like...
DibsCon, the train schedule fucked me, and the train delays fucked me and Steven over, so we couldn't do our intended plan for that. But This time we were able to do our attendant plan
And it
because
was
our
amazing.
our pal Sarah, we were talking about earlier, actually lives up near Chinatown, and
Oh my
last
God.
time I went up to visit her by myself, we wandered around some bootleg anime shops around
That
there.
was
So yeah, I knew I needed to like do that again, but bring you guys up too. So this was finally our opportunity to do it.
It was so fun, and we'll get into that in just a second. But yeah, so we wake up at my parents' place. We all shower, get ready for the day. We basically had to walk around with our luggage because we weren't going to have time to go back to my parents' place, pick up our stuff, and then
Yeah, because I think the latest train home from Chicago we had was like
7:15, I believe.
Yeah, like 7:15, and our time slot for the Family Guy bar was 4:30 to 6.
Which was fine because it would have worked out that way anyway. So
Just that we just had to carry our bag with all our overnight stuff.
right.
Yeah, which also meant I couldn't go into some of the stores because they were a lot tight.
Oh, they were
Not like a little too tight. Like, oh, it's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like
No.
the walls were like 2 inches of
like
walking
that coffee
space.
table there. That's how much space you had to work with, like walking.
Yeah. So we're in the basement of Wade's place right now, and the store was about the size of this room.
Yeah.
At least a few of them.
Yeah, no, he's not exaggerating. It was a tight squeeze, but yeah. So from my parents' place, we basically just Uber straight down to Chinatown.
And I was also doing this entire Chicago trip in my cosplay of the Vocaloid Ia, because just coincidentally that same weekend was also the kickoff of Miku Expo 2026, whose first stop was also Chicago.
Oh, right.
So I did make a little reel on my Instagram of like, why is Ia never at Miku Expo? Ia during Miku Expo just taking drinks at the Family Guy bar.
at the Clam.
Ia at the Clam.
So we Uber down to Chinatown.
Meet up with Sarah.
Yeah, well, on the way there, we were on Clark Street because we were heading. It's one of the north-south streets that we had to take, and we passed by one of the Scientology.
Oh yeah.
We passed by the Scientology base.
No, we did not raid them.
And we
No.
did not do a speed run,
But
even though
here's
it would have
what's
been
funny.
really tempting.
Either right around that time or a little bit afterwards, the trend on TikTok of Zoomers running into Scientology
Get
buildings.
as far as they can get into Scientology
Yeah.
buildings before
Speed
getting
running
kicked out.
Scientology video. That's right around the time that trend actually popped.
Yeah,
And we
up
were
here-
joking in the car about, we were like yelling shit like, yo, your girlfriend looked like my mom. kind of shit. And
I did see a thing recently. Apparently, Scientology buildings have been removing doorknobs to try to
One of my-
prevent
one of my-
speedrunners.
One of my favorite ones is where they couldn't get the doorknob off because it was like the last one, so they just did the arm chains in front of the door.
oh, yeah. Well, they've been coming up with all sorts of
And
different ways.
We
to...
should start speedrunning Mormon temples next. Show me what's behind the veil.
I want to see the guy with the handshake.
So me and Wade have been watching a lot of Alyssa Grenfell videos recently, so weird shout out crossover here.
Yeah. It's like, listen, I will speed run a Mormon temple. You don't have to wear your temple garments anymore. I'm just gonna see that shit right up in person. No, I'm gonna do that one guy. Hey, I'm gonna walk in and be like, hey, does anybody want coffee? Hey, I got coffee. Anybody want a fresh pot?
Got some hot beverages over here.
Hot beverages. But yeah, so we passed by the Scientology place. We get to Chinatown, and we had to wait a little bit for Sarah because she was, just had to get ready and everything.
Yeah, getting
She
ready for
doesn't
the
live
day,
that-
and she said her roommate was sick too. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, I met Chris. Very, very lovely
yeah.
gentleman.
He goes to Anime Magic a lot with
Yeah,
Sarah too.
so I must have met him at some point. I was probably fucking obliterated.
Yeah, that's why I said to Sarah, like, oh yeah, you probably met Chris, but I don't think he remembers.
Yeah, I was
I
probably.
should probably ask Sarah if she's going to ASIN too.
Yeah, I was. So we meet up with Sarah, and she takes us into it was so weird how we got to most of these anime shops, because I thought we were going down the main drag of Chinatown to see these anime shops that we passed when we went to do DibsCon back in February. But no, we go
Oh yeah, that little part with all like the red gates there, like that's the part I explored with her a few years ago.
Yeah, but we didn't start there. We went to this other section of Chinatown that, for the most part, was like hidden down this like alleyway. There's like this big like stone sculpture garden in the front of it.
Like all the Chinese zodiac.
Yeah, the Chinese zodiac, and we all got our picture taken next to our zodiac symbols, so that was cool. But all of these shops, because it's like a double-decker kind of deal, where it's like there's a bunch of shops and restaurants on the bottom, and there are a bunch of shops.
Yeah. I think we ended up eating at a K-barbecue place that was on like a top floor.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Yeah. I think that was actually cheaper than our hot pot last time we went up to Chicago.
I think it was. And we got so much food out of that shit. I think me and Steven were having to pace ourselves, because you and Heather and Sarah were all tapped out, but we still had like 3 strips of pork belly.
We did want to pay the $15 go to the meat fee.
Yeah, and I sure as shit wasn't giving up a whole like chunk of garlic steak like back to the guard. It's like, no, I'll muscle through it. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, the Korean barbecue, amazing place. I would go back and I say, it was amazing until you went into the bathrooms and like you saw all of the different K-pop stars staring at.
Oh yeah, just went to the bathroom there and just right in front of the toilet was a collage of BTS pictures. It's like they actually had BTS written on there, so that's how I knew it was them. So I was just staring a bunch of K-pop pretty boys in the face while I was taking a piss.
We had that.
The boys' bathroom was just like a collage of like all the other bands.
Yeah,
it was like girl groups or boy groups.
Girl groups, I think.
Yeah, it was girl groups. Because I was taking a Waz and I was kind of drunk because I had like 2 bottles of soju at the time, and I look up, I'm like, ladies.
No, I was on the other. That was the weirdest shit I've ever taken.
Stare these pictures directly in the eyes.
Ladies.
Nice weather we're having.
Which is funny because all over Chinatown, you didn't hear no Chinese music. It was all like K-pop.
Like, even in the shops that had anime figures in them.
Yeah, it was all K-pop. Or there was like the one shop that was like playing like AC/DC and like classic
rock.
Yeah, like classic 70s. Yeah, like I think All Right Now by Free was playing in one of them. It was weird. But yeah, so we go through this like it's this real narrow set of shops, and we're just bouncing in and out of these different shops.
I do know I bought a bootleg Figma figure of Futaba from Persona 5.
Oh, the one where like the eyes weren't like.
Yeah, she didn't have her glasses on.
Oh, right. But she was in like the green suit, right?
Yeah, the outfit looked correct, and I know. I haven't actually unboxed it yet because we kind of run out of room. I keep buying figures, and we've run out of room for figures now.
The boxes are now about as tall as the bed.
Yeah, we just have a stack of figure boxes now, just figures I haven't taken out of the packaging yet. And yeah, I know like one of the face parts she has is like the big like doll head thing that she'd hide in.
Mm-hmm. And folks, I want to explain like why the merch looks like this. This isn't. I want to. Clarify right out the gate. This isn't shit that you would buy at like an anime convention that's like vetted from like actual vendor. This is stuff that's like made in China and shipped over to the United States. Yeah, I'm looking.
If you heard that little flop there, Steven showing off what he bought at the con. He bought at the anime shops. It's a wallet of Goku Black flipping off.
Just flip it off.
Yeah, flip it off. Whoever is unfortunate enough to look at it, and then there's
it actually
Shenron on the back.
Yeah.
It is a functional wallet, though.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and my wallet, which I still need to actually transfer my stuff to it, is from Dandadan. Nice. The anime Dandadan. It actually looks pretty good, and this looks okay too. It's just like
it's a quality printed wallet. It's just that image would never be official merch.
Right, and it's like. I was thinking about it as we were going through all these different anime shops. I'm like, you would get thrown out of a convention immediately if they caught you selling this shit.
Well,
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
they sold more risque shit there anyway.
I
I mean, I'm gonna submit this as the picture to make the thumbnail of this, but there's one Miku figure box I saw there that will just never get out of my head. It's like Miku in like some like floral print dress, but just the face on it is just so wonky.
oh, you'll have to show me that.
or how about the bunny girl Anya?
Oh
Yeah, so many figures of Anya from Spy Family, and just the worst outfits for.
Well, a lot of them were like they would take Anya and put her in like a Naruto or a Bleach kind of outfit.
Which is
deal.
fine.
It's fine, but the one that really set us off, like, here, let me see. Oh yeah. I remember
Sorry,
that one.
I found the Miku picture.
Oh.
But the one-
She looks stoned. Anyway.
But the one that set us off, like in a real like cringe way, was there was this in a couple of stores we actually saw this Anya figurine where Anya was in like a Playboy bunny suit.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I think there's some shops where it's just the figure of her in the bunny girl suit. It's that, but I think like the actual box they had for that in some stores, like the box art showed her in the bunny girl outfit and then a picture of her in a sexy cop outfit.
which
Like, why would you do that to Anya of all characters?
Anya from Spy Family, yeah. It was very uncomfortable to see that. You would I don't know if you would get thrown out of an anime con for selling that. Probably. Well, first of all this stuff was definitely unlicensed.
I know.
But, I mean, you could
and a lot of the anime con scene now is catering towards teenagers, so like they definitely call you out for it, and yeah, like most people with a conscience would call you out for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that at a con. I would
report that to security.
I would call con ops immediately. Actually, I'd probably grab the nearest like Rosemont police officer and be like,
"Security, come get this nasty ass motherfucker."
Yeah, exactly. But so in China,
Mr. Electric, I want him expelled.
Mr. Electric, send this motherfucker to the penis explosion chamber.
Send him to the principal's office and have him expelled.
But the anime shops were a lot of fun. In fact, not all. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just scrolling through my phone gallery from that day.
Talk about it on the.
I just found like there's one backpack. There's an Attack on Titan backpack that the Scouting Legion logo on it and some text at the bottom of it. It's a Scouting Legion for the glorts of humanity.
The glorts?
It's supposed to be for the glory of humanity, but they put a T instead of a Y.
I mean, I get it. On a keyboard, the T and the Y are right next to each other. So if you fat fingered it on your mobile phone, I get it, but guys,
on a printed item.
You don't look at the printed item and go,
We've seen it. I think we saw it at like 2 or 3 shops.
Yeah, probably.
So, a lot of bootleg K-pop Demon Hunters stuff.
Yeah.
I also remember when I went with Sarah to Chicago a few years ago, I saw bootleg Kikuri Nendoroids that I would have bought if I had more money at the time, but I mean, this time when we went up there, the only Bochi bootlegs I saw were of Seika, who's Nijika's sister.
Oh yeah, we saw a lot of like bootleg Nijika stuff, right?
Yeah. Also, this bootleg Shinobu from Demon Slayer with the funny face.
Yeah, the funny face and wearing the just the t-shirt.
Yeah, just wet t-shirt.
Yeah. It's like you couldn't sell this shit at like an anime con, but these guys are like paying overhead to have a shop where they sell this stuff. And I'm not like advocating for them to get shut down. No, I love it. I love that there is
please keep the shop going.
Keep all of these shops going, because when we were there, every single shop was busy.
Yeah,
every shop was busy.
I definitely want to go back next year with see what they have around this time next year.
Yeah, well, speaking of Uma Musume, in a few of those stores there were...
Oh yeah, they had a swimsuit Special Week figure.
Which did not look all that much like Special Week, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Like, kind of has like the ears and the hair, but everything else does not.
It's like...
like me and Steven both have this card in the game where there is an official swimsuit special week card in the game, and that is not the swimsuit she's wearing.
Yeah, I'm guessing it doesn't look like the official thing.
Oh yeah, another picture I have on here is a bootleg Frieza figure. But
Oh my
the
God.
box says Frieza Fina from. I think it's supposed to be final form.
Oh yeah, all of
From-
the bastardization of the English text, because they're expecting you to just latch on to like the character and buy that instead of just like reading the actual text. But I will say that not every store in there was just bootleg stuff. Like we were at like an official like gotcha
Oh,
shop.
Oh yeah, this actual shop that was just gachapon machines. And
Yeah,
I
that
actually,
was pretty legit.
yeah, I did find like I did find a gacha machine, those hair ties, like scrunchies of some of the Sanrio characters. So I thought like, oh, this is something I could actually use.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I bought some gacha tokens and did a roll of that. Got one of Pochiko, who's also one of my favorite ones of the characters. There's just a little dog in a t-shirt.
Right. I will say what I was looking for mostly in Chinatown, I was like, there's got to be a store in here that's like selling bootleg anime, like those like where they take like 50 episodes of an anime and cram it onto one disc. It's what we watched.
Oh yeah,
for,
the Lupin.
for Lupin the Third from 1972.
I actually found that at Item Shop back at their old location in this town.
Right, which that's what I was looking for, was like there's got to be one shelf in here that's just bootleg anime.
Which actually, if we ever go back to in me and Steven's town in Bradley, there's a store called Gamezilla. I actually did buy some good DVDs there. It's like at the back of the store. It's mostly a game store, but like in the back they do have Blu-rays and stuff and some anime there. Which I bought Sound of the Sky and the first season of Wonder Shosen.
Nice. Oh yeah, I saw that on your DVD shelf.
Yeah, if we ever do an 18 of golf,
If we do a drunk night over at our place sometime, we'll finally
I fucking
we'll
love
introduce Steven to Wonder Shosen.
I
Because
love Wonder Shows.
I've seen a few episodes of it before, but
I've never seen it.
It's
yeah,
so fucking
you're gonna
funny.
love it.
It's so fucking funny.
The-
But
So yeah, one thing I also did see at that very store was Rayview Starlight, which I didn't buy at the time because I already have all of Rayview Starlight on DVD. But there's apparently when I sent pictures of this copy to the server, they said it was probably like a screener copy for a convention.
okay.
Yeah, like probably what like the video rooms at a convention would be playing. And, yeah, it looked like one of those little binders that people have discs in. It's like one of those that are like CD, DVD cases.
Right,
Had, like
I know
like
what
little
you're talking about.
fabric CD holders in them.
We'll explain
like-
for the show.
Yeah, they're like episode 1 through 4, 4 through 8, 4 through
Yeah.
12,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
8 through 12.
But so yeah, down in
It's like if we ever go back to that store again, I'm probably just gonna buy that just to have it.
so there was some cool stuff in these like Chinatown like anime shops. It's just what I was looking for. I didn't really find a whole lot of, because I'm not really a figurine collector. I'm more of like physical media. I did find that Dan wallet, so that was cool. Heather found a plushie of Bond from Spy Family, so that was cool. And
Oh yeah, Steven bought some tea.
Yes.
Steven's been on a tea kick.
Well, I'm trying to not drink soda as much, so I figured tea would be great.
Yeah, I do have a picture on here from we went to like an authentic Chinese tea shop. Which
when I was up-
yeah, you had to go to the bathroom at Sarah's place, so it was me, Steven, and Heather came with us to go into that tea shop. And Heather can confirm this, but I also have a picture of it. They were selling duck poop tea.
yeah, she showed me.
Yeah. Tea that was advertising that it had duck poop
Great.
right on the label.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Miss, the trad wife lady who sells like cow milk or what? She got caught like
The raw milk.
The raw milk that had cow poop in it. It's like, own it, I guess, because these guys are just selling it as tea. But yeah, all of these different shops were incredible.
Oh, I did find another picture. Is Italian brain rot Funko Pops.
Yeah, I didn't know what any of that was supposed to.
Funko Pops literally advertising themselves as Italian brain rot. I was born in 2000 and I'm already too much of a boomer to understand what any of these are.
Yeah, I don't get what that was. It was bizarre.
Guessing it's a TikTok thing.
Yeah. I mean, there was Skibbity toilet stuff in there, too, so...
Oh yeah, there's also a box that just says Hatsune Miku and pictures of a whole bunch of Miku figures, which all of these look like bootlegs.
Here, let me see.
They even have Golf Miku on there too.
Oh yeah.
These, but
but
also fun fact about them: that bluish gray-haired character in there, that's not even Miku. I'm too drunk to remember what her name is, but she's a Chinese Vocaloid that's like pretty much the Chinese response to Miku.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like this could be Miku or not Miku. You don't know.
You're right. Here's what I love.
I was tempted to buy one of those, but I didn't.
Before we move on to the Family Guy experience, I do want to say that a lot of these like bootleg things, they would come in like individual boxes. But it would be like they would take the packaging, like you go on Amazon and you see like the thing in a fucking in its box. They would take like a picture of the box and they would blow it up and put it over the box.
You could see like the pixelization on the logos.
Yeah, it was
say pickleization, weren't you?
Yeah,
it was.
I'm drunk off of a flask of Smirnoff and some Cosmopolitan right now.
Juju on that beat. But it was incredible. I cannot wait to come back next year and see like just what they're selling, because I want these stores to just survive in perpetuity.
And hell, maybe if we're doing any other cons in Chicago,
I would love
around the summer, just like, hey Sarah, can we come visit again?
Yeah, it's like, hey,
ask your parents if we can stay overnight again.
It's like, hey, that's my vendor's hall right there. All those guys down there. But yeah, so we spent our few hours in Chinatown. We got our food at the Korean barbecue place, which was awesome. And then we load up in the Uber and we headed. We were in kind of southern part of Chicago. Then we headed up to the northwest part of Chicago to go to
the Family Guy experience.
The Family Guy experience. So
which we knew exactly where we were when we started seeing signs for the Drunken Clam.
Yeah. And they really did this place up super well. Like the outside of it looked like the Drunken Clam. We get in there. We were a bit early, which they kind of encouraged us.
Yeah, they said like show up 15 minutes early to guarantee a seat.
Yeah. And we all had tickets, which, thank God. We show up, and this place is covered in, like, Family Guy merch and memorabilia. And
all of the food and drinks were, like, named after, like, Family Guy references.
There were some good cocktails there that night. Really good cocktails.
Yeah, I know there was one drink called the no, where it was served in a bathtub.
Yes, it was served in a bathtub.
I remember it's like going up to the bar with Sarah, it's like, I'll order one of those if we can keep the tub thing. And then I saw right up at the bar it says, like, please don't take the bathtub.
They probably need it for the next city that they're going to.
Yeah.
But so we get there, we order our drinks.
Yeah, and the tickets actually did come with like one free welcome cocktail.
Yeah.
There's like 4 cocktails on the menu that qualified for the welcome cocktail.
And I think
I know me and Steven got like the $1 million Peter Schmidt Industries.
I think I might have gotten that. I can't exactly remember what I got.
I think you either got the Cool Whip or the Evil Monkey.
No, I did get the Evil Monkey.
I got the Cool Whip because that one had an espresso in it.
Oh.
Espresso.
Oh, then I guess Sarah must have got the Peter Schmidt Industries then.
But then we order our actual food. And I gotta say, this place, I know a lot of people like to make fun of, like, truffle fries. This place did truffle fries really fucking well.
I forget what I got, but I remember the food was...
I
think I got the whatever the chicken tender meal was, but I think it was, like, too hot for me to eat.
I got, like, just regular hamburger. It was like a tavern burger. But the truffle fries they served it with were amazing. And we got to talk about the spread of Family Guy episodes because on the TVs in the bar,
they actually were playing like late season Family Guy.
They were playing, yeah, and because it was off of like Disney Plus because Disney Plus has Family Guy now,
which is funny because they were advertising Animation Domination on Hulu, but they were playing the episodes on Disney Plus,
right?
Which I get Disney owns Hulu now, but
so we got. What was interesting was we got 2 gimmick episodes where it's like.
I think one was like the Stewie and his therapist.
The therapist
played by Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, who of course was on.
I think that episode actually was nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Which is like, we were getting all these gimmick episodes, and I was like, please don't let it be the one where they're in the bank vault because
Luckily, this was later season than that.
Yeah,
like that would be a horrible episode to watch while we were eating.
Yeah, because it gets a little too real. I'll say that. It's one of those...
luckily, the gimmick episode that was on the other gimmick episode besides the Stewie therapist one was a Sherlock Holmes parody, which had the
funniest moment of the night.
You got jump scared by.
Yeah, so it takes place in London in like 1895 or whatever. Sherlock Holmes, like Stewie is Sherlock Holmes.
And Brian was Watson.
Yeah. And so they're running around the city looking for like the criminal or whatever.
There's a moment of like a guy shagging a prostitute.
Yeah,
and
it's like these two would end up creating the grandparents of the guys from Oasis.
And then cut to that picture of Liam and Noel that you always use.
Yeah,
that exact picture.
It's a picture of them at a bar in I want to say Manchester. In 1994. It would have been right after Definitely Maybe dropped. So it was on their rise up, but they weren't like polished yet. They were still like, nah, you're good. You can't do more damage to that wall than Bellis did that one year. No, you're fine. Do you remember Bellis?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember where that damage was.
It's further down.
These guys would become the grandparents of the people who went on to make Oasis. and then just cut to one of the most famous pictures of Liam and Noel.
Where they look absolutely thrilled to be photographed, as they do in all photos. So
so I think I just saw that picture come. I was like, wait, turn around.
Yeah, because I was like, I think I was drinking.
You were facing away from the TV, and then it's like, what is it? Whoa! Oasis jump scare. Hyperfixation jump scare.
Yeah, hyperfixation jump scare. But, so that was fun. And then we were there long enough that we got through like 4, maybe 5 episodes of Family Guy before.
The tickets are sold in hour-and-a-half long blocks.
Which was honestly a great amount of time to
at one point me and Sarah just got around to like take a bunch of pictures of like the different photo op.
Yeah, I walked around a bit of it. I was more just kind of tired from walking around Chinatown that I wanted to kind of sit down. But I got to see most of the rest of the bar. They went all out to make this thing like be an experience. Yeah.
I also went to the little gift shop they had in the back of.
That's where you got Giggity Golf.
Yeah, I got a little visor that said Giggity Golf, and I also got a Drunken Clam t-shirt because they still had it. Like I think like the extra large sizes they sold out, but they still had smalls and mediums.
Right.
So got one of those.
Yeah, and I mean this is like your typical like city.
If we were more of board game people, I would have got the Family Guy Monopoly.
But yeah, I mean,
I think we get too drunk to keep track of Monopoly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
Monopoly, you have to be sober to play.
So we do all this stuff at the Family Guy bar. We're having a great time. It was fantastic. It was a lovely evening. And then it's like we get to the 6 o'clock hour. Our time's up. We
head out. Actually, funny story when we first got to the bar. When we were still like waiting for space to clear out, we just sat like a little table.
Yeah.
There, and then It's like once people started clearing out, the waitress said like, "Hey, let's move you guys over here," and brought us like one of the booths that they had set up just like
we literally sat in a booth that was like the one on
Family Guy that Brian and and Peter and the gang are always. Oh, I said the wrong character. That Peter, Quagmire, Cleveland, and Joe were always at.
He's rocking the PETA.
You tried your best.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little drunk right now.
But no, it was so cool to get that experience.
Yeah, let's go. Like the waitress herself came and was like, "Hey guys, move over here, move over here."
Right, and nice. Didn't you get one of those at the golf course?
Yeah. For those of you who can't see it, we found a liquor store in town that sells those -196. 196. Those Japanese seltzers that have been crossing over to America.
Yeah, I've heard about the. Can I try a sip real quick?
Have fun.
Yeah. And apparently these ones here aren't really the genuine ones, because apparently the genuine ones
Pretty
are
good.
like 9%, but there's
How much?
some other different percent.
What's the percent on these?
I think these are like 6%.
Yes. It's still pretty fucking strong for a seltzer.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
tastes more. And it tastes more than Franzia, so it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And these get, at least the ones we found in town, get sold in like big boxes, like a couple lemon, couple peach, and a couple other flavor.
Yeah, I found a party pack, or just you get the
Yeah,
4-pack of the same flavor.
I think the other one's grapefruit, but I can't have grapefruit, so here's my stupid birth control.
So we leave the Family Guy experience, and we call another Uber
To get us to the train station.
And the guy who picked us up was, I believe, the same guy who picked us up to take us to Chinatown that day.
Nice to see you again.
You're right, which is like in a city of 4 million people, like
The same guy picks us up.
what are the chances? But like, so we get back to the train station, and unlike the ride up where you guys had to sit separate, and me and Heather had like the hallway between us because we couldn't get a seat next to each other. You guys actually did get to sit next to each other on the train, right?
Yeah, we were across from you.
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah, that's right.
I think I was sending you memes the whole time.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were all sending each other memes.
I got my the trains. The train. This one had a dining car. And,
Yeah, with the cafe.
Yeah, and your boy got on the way up and on the way back. I got myself a Jack and Coke.
I know that was they had a really good bar area, all told.
Yeah.
But what was funny was on the train back, we were on it because that day the Cubs had actually, I believe, played a doubleheader that day.
Yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt we wore on the way back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
For
So
those who can't see, Steven is wearing a St. Patrick's Day shirt.
Because it's one of the only shirts I have that fits me left because I haven't done any shopping lately.
so
And Steven is an Irish boy, so it works.
So we get on the train and it's filled with Cubs fans, like wall to wall. Like we're the and then you have us four weebs just like.
That's how I felt. Because when I was a young kid going to anime cons with my mom, the only cons I was able to go to before I met you guys was Anime Zap and Anime Midwest. So whenever we'd go to Anime Midwest, there was just me and my mom going up on the train.
Right.
And yeah, so every day we went up, the train would be full of people in Cubs gear, and then me in my anime t-shirt.
Right. you probably caught one of the Cubs like summer doubleheader crowds, because I think that's what we caught. Because I know that I think they would have been playing the Phillies that weekend. I don't know. I'm getting into the weeds on the baseball stuff, but anyway, it was a fine train ride back. No real issues. Got to take advantage of the bar area.
Train ride back was definitely easier than the train ride up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I feel like that's how it usually always is.
Yeah, and then we came back to my place, and
They just
you guys stayed the night here, right?
Yeah, because we went to our next con the day after.
Oh, right, Decatur Con, which I guess that makes it a good transition to talk about the
I will say, before we get too far, on the way back when I was getting my second Jack and Coke of the day.
I mean, we were drinking all goddamn day,
Yeah.
so who
I
cares?
mean, I didn't have to drive until we get back.
Yeah, right, and I didn't have to drive at all, so...
So, I met a dude on the train who was coming from a legitimate conference, not like one of those
Up or
It's like an actual
down?
business conference.
He was going back, so we were going up.
We're going down.
Okay.
He's from St. Louis.
Okay.
Then a dude, he was like at like a traffic conference, like one of the more.
Hey, I do that too.
Yeah. He was talking about like light signals and timing between lights and shit.
This sounds familiar. Wait, were you in line with him at
Yeah.
the? I think I heard your conversation because I was ordering a couple of beers up at the bar, and I could hear your voice and someone else's voice, and you were talking about like, yeah, I like, you know, I do stuff related to like traffic and roads and...
So my information is public information now. At least my name is, because I work for a government.
So if we Googled your name, we could probably find you.
Yeah, you can find me on. If you Google my name, you can probably find me on Kankakee website. And I already gave you the county name. Woohoo! So I work for a government and I do traffic stuff. So we were both talking about that on the train for a while until I ordered my 3 beers.
Oh God, I Googled your name and I see an obituary for someone from 2016 who kind of looks like you. The one at the bottom corner.
Oh, you're talking about that one up there? That's oh my God, I forgot I had a LinkedIn.
Yeah, doesn't this guy at the very bottom corner kind of look like Steven?
It looks more like Thomas, actually.
Yeah. Also, thanks, Anna, for Googling my name and reminding me that I have a LinkedIn I haven't deactivated yet. Oops.
Anyway, so
Other things about his
I heard you talking in the back with this guy about, you know, traffic stuff. But I was more just kind of I was talking a bit with some of the Cubs fans because I wanted to know how the game went that day because I had meant to like monitor it, but we were running in and out of so many stores that I just didn't have time to do that. But anyway, so we get back to normal at a pretty decent hour. It was only about 9:30.
Yeah.
If that. We come back to my place, sleep the night, and then we head out again to go do an actual convention down in Decatur. It was the first of our 2 runs at the Midwest Toy and Comic Festival. This one was at the Decatur Civic Center. And, you know, for a small, like, I call them fairgrounds conventions, as I was talking about with CollectorCon. It was good. You know, it was a fun afternoon of looking around at stuff.
Sergeant Slaughter's line was a line con in and of itself.
Oh yeah. Well, because it's Sergeant Slaughter. He's one of the most famous wrestlers of that era, like the late 80s, early 90s, kind of the end of the golden age of WWE. And I saw him. I thought about getting in a line to, you know, talk with him. I mean, I do like Sergeant Slaughter, but, like, am I wanting to, like, wait that long to see him? You know what I mean? It was cool to see him, though. I mean, because he had brought, like, the costume. He actually didn't look all that different from how he looked back in, you know, 88, 89, 1990. So it was cool to see him there. But in as far as what I got at that convention, you know, I bought some movies and stuff, which was cool, but nothing like anything that made me jump out of my transportation planner. Right on. Nothing that made me, you know, like say, oh my God, I gotta have this now. But you guys might have had a different sort of experience.
Sorry, I'm just looking at my pictures from that weekend, and so I took pictures of my haul from Chicago the same day of that Decatur con when we came home. So I remember 2 things I bought in Chicago that I forgot to talk about earlier.
Yeah.
I also bought a keychain of Kikuri from Bocchi the Rock. Found a little keychain of her. But also, again, it's like, you know that bag of Suzuka I have there where kind of like the open mouth kind of Ida bag design? Yeah. Found one of Miku, which is actually the original design of that Ida bag that has a lot of bootleg versions of it, where it's the things, like the items you put in the Ida bag are just in her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, found a Miku version of that for only $25 at one of those bootleg shops.
Grabbed it.
Yep.
Yeah, and you got it for a pretty good price,
Yeah.
from what I understand.
Yeah, only $25 for which I'm pretty sure the official versions go for much higher than that.
Yeah.
50 to 75.
Yeah.
Thank God for bootlegs.
Which also takes me to the next picture I have on here, which is what I bought at the Decatur Con. Which, first thing was something Heather actually pointed out to me, was one of the first booths we saw there, like a bunch of little Sanrio plushies there, but also had a few Miku plushies, which one of the Mikus there was the movie Miku.
Oh yeah, movie Miku.
Yeah, wearing her little gray hoodie.
Yeah, the little like, I'm sure that our audience is familiar with what Miku looked like in the movie,
Yeah,
but it's
so-
probably one of her best looks, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I definitely want to cosplay that outfit someday. Which, that cosplay actually is on AliExpress for a decent price. I'm just waiting for another sale to hit there before I actually buy anything.
Nice. Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, I did buy that Miku plushie. I think it was only like $30 for it.
I love movie Miku so much. She's so sad. She just wants the world to love her again.
Yeah, that's people to remember their dreams.
But yeah, that was a good find. Heather actually was dressed as the character from Claire Obscure, and this guy who runs like this I think he ran like a card booth or something. He came up to Heather and was like, "I'm sorry, are you an amateur mime or an apprentice mime?" And Heather had to explain to this very nice older gentleman what Claire Obscure was. And, he was receptive, but I don't think he really, he was fun. It was good. I did run into the fella who last year, Decatur Con 2025, was selling the Redbox DVDs, and I cleaned them out again, but...
Yeah, so I know you were at that booth for like 20 minutes. I think like Steven had to like go to the bathroom or like get some water or something.
Yeah, I thought you guys were just taking stuff out to the car.
Oh yeah, we went to the car.
Because you could go back out there because of the wristbands.
Yeah.
So
they stamped our hands.
Oh, right, they stamped her. So I'm just thumbing through these because he gave me like an amazing deal.
Yeah, like we went to the car, put our stuff away. I think Steven bought like a drink from the vending machine, and like we came back and you were still in the same spot. You hadn't moved.
Well, because you look long enough, and there's some gold in those old Redbox machines. But yeah, this vendor had like a crazy story about how he acquired all this stuff because he got in contact with a regional distributor for Redbox.
Yeah, which probably isn't that far away, since I think I heard Redbox was actually located in Oak Brook. Their headquarters was in Oak Brook, Illinois.
Yeah, it was in Oak Brook, but this regional distribution center was in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
Where this guy was from, because he works like the Indianapolis. Well, I mean, he works a lot of different cons, but he's based out of Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So he goes up to this regional distributor, bought like 20,000 DVDs off of her in like one go for like a crazy clip. I'm not even gonna say like how much he bought these for, but it was like
it's definitely a steal.
Oh yeah, because they were like, I mean, they were literally like, trying to resell these things to like.
They literally just get these out of our hands.
Yeah. So he did good for himself, and I bought some of those DVDs. Not like all of them are modern because Redbox typically only offers like releases within.
Yeah,
like
I know back when Redbox booths used to be around here, I'd always say like the most recent movies.
Yeah, so that's what you're gonna get. But because it was a regional distribution center, they had stuff going back to, I want to say 10 years, so like 2014, 2015.
For those of you who are millennials, that probably hurts.
Yeah. But I bought plenty of DVDs. I didn't find anything that really, made, excited me all that much. But, I was happy to get that deal. And we were only in Decatur for about an hour and a half. It was a good con experience. But yeah, so I had to boogie on out of there with Heather because I had other stuff to do that day. But you guys went back to Burger King, didn't you?
Yeah, we went to the Mattoon Burger King again, which actually, one more thing to say about the Decatur Con. So I actually bought 2 more things from there. So there's one booth that actually did have one piece of Love Live merch there. It was
Really?
Shizuku in her Mirai
Oh!
Harmony outfit.
I think I pointed that out to you.
Yeah.
Because I
Which
saw...
that is is one of the Shizuku outfits I cosplay.
Right.
Shizuku's Mirai Harmony outfit, so finally bought the figure of that. It's like the one official piece of merch of that outfit.
Right.
And then I also did buy, for $20, there's a Hatsune Miku mystery box. Because there was one booth there that just had mystery boxes of a bunch of different fandoms.
Who will make an appearance later on, but...
Yeah. So which I said, like, fuck it, I'll buy a Miku mystery box. And then when we got home, that kind of thing, please don't let there be a Funko Pop. Don't let there be a Funko Pop in here. So which I did open it up, and luckily there was no Funko Pop. The big boxy item in there was a mug.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Which
I have been using that mug lately. It is a very good mug.
So that's why I didn't grab any of the Dragon Ball ones that they had there because most Dragon Ball merch is Funko Pops now, which makes me very depressed.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, Funko Pops are kind of on their way out.
Thank God.
At this point.
Couldn't have happened to a better use of plastic.
And then mystery box also did have a lanyard and a bunch of stickers, which this is now my third Vocaloid lanyard I have. Is now my apartment key is on one of my Vocaloid lanyards. And then a Miku mystery box I got at Planet FunkCon also had a Miku lanyard in it.
Right on.
So it's like I have a whole bunch of Miku lanyards now, but I still keep using the same Love Live ones for all my cons.
So, you guys do... So, we did Decatur Con, you guys did Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King
did
is,
our yearly pilgrimage to the Mattoon original Burger King.
I wanted to, but, like, with how crammed my weekend schedule was...
you had to go to Peoria for something?
Yeah. So, I just couldn't swing it. But,
next year.
Yeah, next year we'll go do...
Or maybe we'll find some time this year to take you guys
back. I mean, the food there was fantastic.
Yeah,
and very cheap, too.
Yeah,
very
we
cheap.
got, like, the party pack for, like...
20. It was like 22
like
bucks.
20 bucks, like 4 burgers.
Four burgers and a mound of fries.
Yeah, which was perfect. I mean, we were snacking on those up till Decatur when we went through all the different, like, small towns from, like, that Family Guy joke that it's like, you ever go through a small town and wonder, who the hell lives here?
Yeah. It's like a town in, it's like Illinois. It's like a northern town you don't really think would have been agreeing with the Civil War. Yet you go back there and just see a bunch of Confederate flags.
Right.
But again, I do have to say we're in Springfield, which is more close to the south than it is the north.
Well, speaking of...
With the Mason-Dixon line and all.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Springfield, so our next Midwest Toy and Comic Fest came...
Exactly 1 week later.
1 week later, we went to the Midwest Toy and Comic Fest in Springfield, Illinois, which took place at the state fairgrounds in Springfield. And I want to say real quick, kind of two things. One immediate thing was that it took place the day after that tornado that we talked about, because the whole state got rocked with storms.
Which the big guest we really wanted to go see there was Wendy Lee, who's the voice of Haruhi Suzumiya, Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop, very famous voice actress.
Konata from
Lucky Star.
From Lucky Star.
Replaced Monica Rial and Bulma, which is happy to everyone.
Which, first of all, we did meet her at Planet FunkCon last year, so we have met her before.
And she loved your Haruhi.
Yeah, so I showed up there. I packed my Haruhi cosplay to show up there. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna meet her in my Haruhi cosplay again. Gonna get another picture with her, and then I get dressed that morning, check the internet, just as we were waiting for you guys to come down and just see official Midwest Touring Comic Fest page. Monica Rial, why did I say Monica Rial? Wendy Lee's flight was canceled due to the storm, so she won't be able to make it this year. She promised she'll be back next year.
Which was, of course a bummer, but...
Yeah, it's like, easily understandable, but a little bit sad. I showed up in Haruhi for nothing.
Yeah, but you did get recognized as Haruhi.
Yeah, got at least like 3 or 4 people saying, I love your Haruhi cosplay.
And Heather got about that many recognitions as Claire Obscure.
I can
yeah.
tell you're a Sailor Scout.
Yeah, I can tell you're a Sailor Scout from last year.
Yeah.
I think it was the same guy where I bought the fucking motor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Jedi.
And your
bought that.
midlife crisis Goku.
As we were going through, this guy, lovely gentleman,
Yeah.
as all of these con vendors are, but
Dude was so nice that I just didn't even want to correct him.
he was like, he comes up and he's like trying to put on like this kind of
Yeah, just-
salesman
he,
thing.
he had some Sailor Moon stuff. They were trying to sell it to me.
Yeah,
Hi, yeah.
and it's like, I can tell that you were a Sailor Scout, and Hannah, what were you dressed
I was just
as?
a Pipimi from Pop Team Epic. I'm carrying my Papa Conesso with me.
And it's like, I don't even think he recognized like what.
Yeah, nobody there last year even acknowledged Papa Co.
Which is kind of funny, but so we roll up to Springfield. Steven was driving.
First of all, there was a line outside the door.
Yeah,
not just any line, like a long, like it snaked
like
through.
Yeah,
Like-
before we get
like
too
probably like a half mile outside the door.
far, your boy got a new car because of the storms that we mentioned earlier.
Hail damage.
Not the storm that
The-
knocked.
My birthday tornado.
Yeah,
His birthday tornado.
Not the one that denied us Wendy Lee, but
Yeah, the birthday tornado took my fucking Subaru out.
yeah.
The Subaru.
It took that one out the pasture. So
Which I'm still surprised that the company decided to just total that, but
it's-
whatever.
It's easier to total than repair. But
No,
now
I guess that's.
now your boy got a NASCAR of a Ford Fusion.
I mean, it's a nice car. Like, no joke, it really is a nice car.
Yeah, I got all black on black leather because I like boiling my ass in the fucking summer.
When you pull back from the seat, and you.
Hey, no, this seat and the front seats have heating and cooled seats.
Nice.
so,
Nice.
so when we drive down to Memphis, you'll experience that.
Oh, nice. Well, look, if we're doing anything in the South, I'm just accepting that I'm gonna have swamp ass and just.
The swass is always
Yeah.
there.
you
But-
just gotta roll with the punches at
Yeah.
that point.
But however, so yeah, your boy got to exercise his car for the first time. Put some mileage on it.
Yeah. So.
But then with that line, parking took a while too because I had to circle around the building a few times.
Yeah,
That's parking.
we were gonna park where we basically parked last year, but that parking lot was full, so we had to go to like the further. It wasn't even all that far. Technically, we were
going back towards where we came from.
yeah,
but
yeah,
I think it was more like the vendor lot that just had a few spaces open. I took one of the spaces.
yeah, because we saw like different vans and stuff for
Yep.
people who show up to, do vendors at these things. But I want to say real quick that as we get into the line con situation, I want to say I really do support this new kind of branch that I'm calling fairgrounds cons, because while these like big cons like ACEN and AMKey and even like Anime Midwest, cons like that are getting pricier and pricier, these fairground cons
Yeah, I
are
think they've always been like these fairground cons have always been like $10 at most. to
$10,
get in.
not even $20, and they're getting like really good guests.
Yeah, it's like especially
lineups.
in September they're doing their Bloomington one, and they already have Tiffany Grant
Yeah,
and Tony Oliver.
some of the
their
biggest anime voice actors of all
And
time.
then also
are-
the Fonz, Dorothy Fawn and Tom Fawn.
yeah, Tom Fawn, who played Agumon in
And
Digimon.
Dorothy Fawn was the original Meryl from Trigun.
Right. These cons are great because it's not like you're breaking the bank to go to them, and you're getting a really good experience. You're getting to meet some really good guests. You're getting to
It also does feel like most of the people that were like in line with us for that Springfield 20 Comic Fest were there for Joey Fatone, who's one of the NSYNC members.
yeah.
It's weird that this con was able to pull one of the members of NSYNC.
Yeah, because we're in the fairgrounds of the most boring city in Illinois, and
Springfield, Illinois has nothing but like, hey, did you know Abraham Lincoln was here?
right, he had his law office down
Yeah.
there, of course, but
Like, town is nothing but Abraham Lincoln.
yeah, and except for one day when it was Abraham Lincoln and Joey Fatone from NSYNC.
Yeah, I just remember like when we were in line, just two women behind us just kept talking about NSYNC.
Oh,
they're both wearing NSYNC t-shirts, like talking about Joey Fatone, and it's like even like the whole time we were there, it's like Joey Fatone, wasn't he part of Backstreet Boys?
Yeah, we weren't even sure what band he, but we
I know he was from one of those boy bands.
Yeah, well, because Backstreet Boys are still together and are still touring, which is incredible. But you know, and my point is,
which is actually funny because like right after we left that con, I just checked Reddit one time because like there are like 2 pop culture subreddits I follow just because I just want to make sure I'm not living completely under a rock.
Right.
And so like videos of Joey Fatone partying at Mar-a-Lago.
oh,
Like, oh.
Here's her foot cocaine.
I see him with Coke Jaw.
It's like I guess this is why this dude is doing local cons, like small town cons
Hey,
now.
I'll say this about the fairground cons, the local cons and stuff. Okay, so you want to go do a convention for the weekend. Would you rather submit yourself to a weekend of being in like a food desert like Rosemont, being
Like-
stuck in an overpriced hotel, or would you rather go to like fairgrounds? You get to meet all the cool guests, you get to buy cool stuff, you might even get to see a panel or two depending on how much space they have. Which would you rather, and you're not breaking the bank to do it.
It's like, hey, would you rather go to like LA? It's like probably like one of the big towns where you're probably just going to be signing nothing but Funko Pops for people that are definitely going to be scalping them, or go to like the small towns where people are going to be asking you like about the rules you really like.
Yeah. And so I absolutely get why these...
That probably is why when we went to Planet FunCon last year, she was so excited that I mentioned I was going to be cosplaying Haruhi. It's like, it's Haruhi the next day. It's like, please come back to this booth tomorrow. I want to see it.
And she loved your Haruhi. And I could tell that with like that little twinkle in her eye that she did love the role of Haruhi. Which is funny because she might love Haruhi, but I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
her performance was great. I'm not throwing shade at Wendy Lee.
She's amazing as Haruhi, but it's like, Haruhi as a person, would you want to be around her?
Well,
Like, if
I'd rather
Haruhi
be
was a real person.
I would rather be around show version of Haruhi than book version of Haruhi. Because
Yeah, because
book
yeah,
version of
I'm
Haruhi sounds like a fucking nightmare.
I've had book 5 of Haruhi Suzumiya in my work bag for months now, but I just still haven't read it yet, because like, do I want to deal with the Endless 8 again?
Oh,
Even
come
though
on,
I know it's only one chapter in the book, but it's just,
Oh, come on.
It's
That's
like
a Keon-centered book anyway.
yeah. It's also
Or he
just,
barely appears in that one.
it's also even just the book of Haruhi Suzumiya too. It's just like cute. Like, everybody feels like entirely different characters. Like, Keon is just so horny.
He is a high school boy. What do you expect?
It's like whenever Keon deals with Haruhi, it's like, oh, she'd be so hot if she just shut up. And then
I mean, he ain't wrong.
And anytime Mikuru does anything, it's just like an entire paragraph about how hot she is after that. And then just like,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, Asahina. And then like Nagato, like Yuki Nagato does anything, it's like, yeah, she's kind of a robot, but she is kind of hot though. And then it's like whenever
my man is weighing his options.
whenever Koizumi does anything, she's a whole paragraph of, my God, the shady motherfucker! I want this bitch to die.
I actually like Koizumi
Yeah,
in the
Koizumi
show.
was cool.
Why the fuck do you have a bug up your... Well,
Same voice. Yeah. No, I just really liked how Johnny Young Bosch does it in that one.
Yeah. I need to show you guys Durarara sometime, because that is another show of Crispin Freeman and Johnny Young Bosch voicing characters that just want to kill each other whenever they're on screen together.
I love when they play off of each other.
That's
and
great.
it's one of it's I know I talked about Narakami as being one of Johnny Young Bosch's like more
We need Crispin Freeman in a Persona game.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. But him as Koizumi, that's actually a pretty good role for
Yep.
Johnny Young Bosch, like because he's not doing the big bombastic.
He's great as just like slightly shady characters.
Whenever I think of like Johnny Young Bosch as like big and bombastic, I always go back to Lelouch.
Yeah.
Basically from Code Geass, but in
My
any
favorite parts on their cast was Broly in the video games. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, didn't he take over as Broly after Vic got kicked?
Yeah, pretty much.
But so we get in line at Midwest Toy and Comic Fest, and we're in that line for not as long as you'd think, but
I just remember it felt really longer to me just because it was kind of cold that day, and I'm really skinny,
No, it
so
was-
I can't handle the cold at all.
no, it was cold, and I felt
Yeah, and
I had brought a jacket,
Yeah.
and I felt underdressed for it.
I
should-
think I just had like regular tights or just regular like long socks that day, so
I forgot
like,
who
I
you were cosplayed as.
Haruhi.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
Wendy Lee canceled the night before, so
Yeah.
I wasn't dressed as Haruhi. I mean I didn't bring another cosplay, so I was dressed as Haruhi that day because I assumed Wendy Lee was gonna be there.
Did the tights do anything, or were they helpful at all?
Not really. My legs were still really cool. I do own a pair of thermal tights. I just didn't bring those because I assumed it was still gonna be kind of warm.
Okay.
So, and I need to wash them still anyway.
Okay. So we're in this line for a little while, not that long.
Probably like maybe 15 minutes.
Maybe 15 minutes. Like, keep in mind, I've been at cons where the line con was like just absolute, like, you want to be like, hey, what the fuck is going on? No, these guys processed us fast. It was just, there were so many people there that were trying to get into this thing. And they were cool people. Like, you saw all sorts of different, like, neat cosplays and stuff. There's some cool vehicles out in the parking lot.
I think the day we showed up, there was also the day they were going to have the cosplay contest, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
probably wouldn't have done the cosplay contest anyway, just because the rules they have there are very vague. The rules they posted for that cosplay contest are really vague, so I didn't know if because I don't make my own cosplays, I just buy them, so I didn't know if my bot cosplay would have been eligible.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But so we get in, we get our wristbands and everything. Everything goes well, and then we start just, snaking through the vendors hall in this. It's the fairgrounds. It's like the central exhibition area. It's like a single building. It's almost like a warehouse, basically, that they put all of the vendors in, and it was a tight squeeze, like. Because there were hundreds of people in this little ass building.
Well, I mean, the space was kind of the same, other than the petting zoo that they had there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they
with all
did
the
have a
lizards
petting
and
zoo
stuff?
that like had like a lizard, a little alligator,
A kangaroo.
a baby kangaroo, and miniature pigs,
Yeah, I saw all
micro
that.
pigs. There. And yeah, they had a petting zoo there, which I was considering going to, but then I saw it was $30. It's like I don't feel like that with the
Well,
price.
I think Heather ended up petting like one of the lizards.
Wait, no, it was like a different booth. I think
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like a tea.
So
owners
I got some tea and a tea diffuser at one of these booths, and the same. And by the time we get up there, I just
It's
see
like
Heather.
a bearded lizard.
Yeah, just petting a lizard.
Yeah, I actually do have a picture of just that little lizard in Heather's arms.
But yeah, no, yeah, I'd say it's about the same. But
Yeah, she really gushed about that lizard, which I couldn't.
Yeah, she was holding it for a while.
Yeah, which I was like, I thought you were scared of lizards, and it's like, no, I'm scared of spiders. It's like, well, hey, guess what? Lizards eat.
no, so I guess the con story I have for that one is I experienced my first round of Constank. There.
Oh
yeah,
my
just that,
god!
Yeah, that same
Holy
booth,
shit!
that same booth with those mystery boxes was
There was
there.
there was
this
a
con.
dude. There was a dude in a.
There was a dude, alright.
There's this dude in one of the Red Ranger outfits, because the Red Ranger is also there.
That clearly did not fit, but go on.
It did not fit, and he did not wash, because I got hit with the con stank and the immediate smell of Axe body spray
Holy
and a double whammy, and I
shit.
just about threw up in the middle of that fun.
That was burning my nose hairs
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's why I did not buy a mystery box at this con.
You just didn't want to be around that for too long.
He was also going on about trying to get a paper receipt out of a dude who didn't have a paper receipt machine.
Oh yeah, he was. Not only did he smell like shit,
He was also
being
picky.
he was also being a prick. So that was cool.
You know, I sent a little bit thing to our there's a Discord with our friends in it, and I sent like this is the first time I've actually had con stank, followed right by Axe. I almost threw up, and then some guy and one of our friends just sends the SpongeBob movie where they go through the perfume section.
Oh yeah.
To go through the perfume department.
And it's like Patrick running with the gas mask.
The hands pull it off and just spray him.
No,
in the face.
yeah,
It's
I
great.
mean, I totally got it because that guy, holy Jesus, I've been in a
all of us had some sort of form of getting used to the pressure type, like it was like just turning to spring, and spring really kicks you in the face with how much you get, allergies and whatnot. So like we all were getting hit by that, and then just to be able to this is the first thing I can smell, and that's the first thing I smelled that day. Ooh.
Well, at least I don't have COVID because my sense of smell and taste are still up and running.
See, looking at my pictures here, do you know one thing we bought was a gift for somebody in the server we're in? 'Cause I remember one time I sent a picture of our weeb room, me and Steven's weeb room, to the server, and one of our friends just zoomed in on a plushie of the autism creature.
Oh, yeah.
And so like, where did you buy that? So I bought this con. But it's like, if I see them again, I'll let you know.
Right, it
And
was just
one of the first booths we saw was that same artist that made those autism creature plushies.
Right,
So
right.
I bought one of those for them. Then also
That was cool.
next pictures I have in here. In the back of the convention center, like kind of right next to that petting zoo, was a movie prop museum.
Oh, that was such a cool. Yeah, at the back corner of this con, it's kind of like where they last year that was like the reception area, but they had to move the reception area to like where it ended up being just for population concerns. But at the back of the convention center, there was all of the autograph bays where all of the celebrities were. And then there was this movie prop museum, which I kind of hung around for about 15 minutes or so, just snapping pictures and talking with the curator of this thing, talking about how he got all this stuff and, went through a really, really interesting story. So that was by far the coolest thing I saw at the Midwest Toy and Comic Festival. But I also I got some DVDs, but again, nothing like legendary, like no classic 50s monster movies or anything. But what I bought was a lot of fun, and like I got Scary Movie 4 out of it,
Nice.
and kind of drunk watched it after you guys left, and I did all my stuff for the day. So that was cool. I had fun with that. But yeah, saw plenty of great cosplays there.
Yeah.
There were actually quite a few anime booths there that I recognized from other like anime cons.
Oh yeah. I was just looking at my picture of my haul from that con, and so there's one booth that I actually do follow on Instagram that shows up to like a lot of the cons we go to, called Pop's Heart Studios. Then like usually if you see those booths, it's like a bunch of blind box things by a glass wall.
Yeah.
That's them. And I saw they had 2 Uma Musume blind boxes. There's like little blind box keychains, so I bought one of each of them.
Oh, cool.
I got Manhattan Cafe and Vive Los from them, which are 2 horses I don't have in the game, and one of them isn't even in the global version yet.
Nice.
And also when we bought that autism creature plushie, whoever that artist was also had little buttons of different autism creatures. So think it was like a 3 for $5 thing on the buttons. So got 3 little autism creature buttons, like one in the little top hat, one that's like a couple, and one in the little propeller hat.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think the other thing I bought was, so there's this one booth there called Angry Lady Studios that's been like every Springfield con. Well, I think first time I saw them was at an Anime Zap one year, but I keep seeing them at the Springfield cons where it's a lady that makes dolls.
Characters. You got your Persona stuff from there.
I think from them before I bought a little doll of Alucard from Hellsing, and then Ryuji and Yusuke from Persona 5.
Right.
So I looked at what Persona dolls they had this time, and so I finally bought Joker.
Nice.
So now I have 3 of the Persona 5 boys.
Right on. Nice. So yeah, Springfield Toy and Comic Fest in Springfield was a lot of fun. I think they need to get a bigger venue if the convention continues to grow. But they might be able to keep the prices down because they're hosting it at the fairgrounds.
Yeah,
so
that Springfield Fairgrounds was crowded as hell.
Yeah.
They need to upgrade.
We were talking about, like, what would it be like if they did, like, an outdoor con, where it was kind of like an actual state fair, where it's like you have, like, the big tents, and that's kind of like your vendor's hall and panel rooms and stuff like that.
I feel like outdoor cons can be very bad depending on the weather.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, because you don't know if it's going to rain or not, and then...
Japan Fest in Skokie last year, that was the one that Anime Magic had their little promo thing at, and they had arcade cabinets there.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be a super stormy day that day, and they had no covering. Either had no covering, or their covering just shattered.
Well, no, what happened was they put machines between the tents.
Yeah.
And
so then
the machines got waterlogged.
Yeah, machines got destroyed because it was a rainy day that day.
Right. So, again, I'm not advocating for, like, for outdoor concert. I'm not really even advocating.
It would solve the space problem, but also you can't control the weather.
I will say that hotel...
Damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather.
I will say that hotel that they did QuadCon in Springfield last year...
Oh, yeah, that hotel.
That hotel was pretty big. That could probably support that event. But actually, what's funny is we're talking about, like, outdoor cons and stuff. That convention that we went to last year in June in Springfield is the reason why you don't do outdoor cons, because and
if the actual time we were at that con was great. It was just when we started golfing later that day.
It decided
the weather.
Decided to fucking monsoon so hard that we had to
rain check.
And I had to basically host an impromptu cookout because I was not going to let the day go down in defeat.
Yeah. Actually, earlier this week, I was thinking of putting my Training Kotori cosplay on, but I just realized I didn't have the skirt hanging up in my cosplay closet, which I think I might have actually... I tried to figure out, did I throw away the skirt from that?
Why would you have?
I guess one, it wasn't
was that what you were at that Springfield con?
Yeah, that got super waterlogged. And also that skirt wasn't really fitting on me much anyway.
Yeah, I think you got to throw it away.
I had to only keep it halfway zipped up on me. That Training Kotori actually was my oldest cosplay. I had that cosplay since I was 16.
Actually,
and you've grown since you were 16.
Yeah, my hips have gotten bigger.
I want to show you real quick what the sky looked like that day at that QuadCon.
It's a clear sky at that point.
Barely a cloud in the sky.
And then it's a couple hours later, complete thunderstorms.
Like darkness and... yeah. Oh, there you guys are.
Yeah, see how gray that sky is?
We were having so much fun.
One hole later. It's a scene from Nichijou.
I mean, I wasn't doing great that day anyway for golf.
We did eventually come back, and we had fun, and it was cool.
Well, does that complete our con roundup?
Yeah, I'd say so, and I think we're at the end of our material.
I think that does. So, where you'll see us next, and hopefully I'll, so what I'm planning to do, now that I got 3 episodes in my fucking backlog, I'm probably going to upload these every day for ASIN. I'll schedule them, process these and schedule them for every day of ASIN.
Alright, so I have our upcoming con schedule up here.
But as far as episodes are concerned, you'll see an upload every day of ASIN if you subscribe.
Cool.
Please do.
So, have me and Steven are spending a full weekend at ASIN.
I may
May
or
15th through 17th.
I may or may not be completely sober. If you see me, I'm going to be introducing someone to hell. so
Hitler of alcohol.
Oh, I gotta live with the nickname.
And Kung Fu Tea in Naperville, it's a place me and Steven have been to before.
Mm-hmm.
On May 30th, they're hosting a Persona-themed event there.
Oh, cool.
So me and Steven may go to that again.
Yeah. May or may not get lead poisoning with the boba, but we'll see what happens.
QuadCon Springfield, June 7th. So
Right.
we're going back to Springfield again that day. Then and Planet FunkCon is at the end of June. Then Anime Blues on July 10th through 12th.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if are you doing Midwest this year?
Yeah, I'll be at Midwest.
Wade will be at Anime Midwest if you so choose to go to that one.
And then at the end of July into the beginning of August, we have Anime Iowa.
Really excited for that one. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
Anime Iowa was one of my favorite cons of last year.
I mean, I'm really excited to be going back down to Memphis because I still contend that Anime Blues is probably the best convention I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And
So
I've been
everything that went wrong at the con,
was not their fault. It was all
everything that happened a few years ago was our mistake.
Yeah.
Our individual mistakes.
But I also can't recall. I mean, I've had lots of fun at cons. I can't recall a con where I had that much fun. I mean, from the
Beale Street.
Beale Street was amazing.
Yeah,
it was exactly like how my mom and stepdad described it because they had done like a southern tour, so they went down to Memphis and then they went to Vicksburg and then they did Biloxi, they did New Orleans. So they got to see all of those like cool southern cities. With and the food was just, oh my god, the ribs.
I wonder what restaurant we should go to this time.
Well,
I know we already did the wrestler one last year.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the first one we did. But Beale Street's cool because you can basically it's literally a city street in downtown Memphis.
And I know Hard Rock Cafe is a cliche, but I am just curious to see what they have at the Memphis one.
I mean, considering rock and roll was kind of invented in Memphis.
Oh, you finally finished off the Cosmo?
Yeah, finish off the paint can.
Nice.
Here, you can have some of that if you so choose.
No, I still have some left in this cup. I just saw Steven pouring some and just saw that it's pretty much empty now.
So, for big cons, Planet FunkCon, Anime Blues, and Anime Iowa.
And then everything besides those on there for the summer, just like little quad cons.
Quad cons and just little,
like,
pop-up events that you could probably Peoria is going to be bringing, because usually in the middle of July is when...
And there also is one con, like at the very end of May, Quad City Con in Moline, so I think I am... wondering if like me and Steven...
You'll see us at that. And...
Yeah, might have Steven's brother with us, because he works in Moline, so...
Yep.
Yeah, maybe if he wants to come with us, or if he's not working that day, just... bring him down, see what we do all the time.
Well, technically, he does have his weekends off, but as managers, you don't really have a weekend off,
Workaholic boy.
You're kind of always on call at that point.
Yeah,
he brings it on a separate phone, so...
I just thought your brother was a workaholic.
That laugh says it all.
I think he turned into one, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, probably from the rigors of the job, you would just... immediately kind of develop those habits.
Martin,
anyway.
we are taking you off of call. Please go have fun. Have fun with us, please.
I mean, that's what I want to do again for Planet FunCon. I want Martin to have. I want my little brother to have fun. He needs to have breaks.
Yeah, I know you love your little brother.
We all need breaks. It's just us as humans, you know?
Yep.
But,
Alright.
so are we done?
Outside of that, yeah, we're creeping on 3 hours again.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, how about we kill it now?
Yeah,
So we don't-
Yapatron 9000.
Right.
Yeah, let's go have our drunk YouTube time for a few hours.
Throatimus Prime. I love those fucking. I love those fucking memes, dude. That shit always sends me. Like when you find. Never mind. I'll say it off the record, but
Hands down for good.
I just heard Throatimus Prime.
It's
just
from
gonna
a meme.
Shut down.
I'll show you the meme here in a second.
Okay.
But all right. So thank you all for listening. It's been a fun episode. We're starting to break down here just from the amount of
The drinks are hitting.
the drinks are hitting. But it's been fun. We will. I don't know when we're gonna do another episode because we do have a pretty packed summer coming up.
Yeah.
So
I think we like to have like a few cons and animes under our belts before we
Yeah.
record again.
so whenever we were probably middle of summer, I would say
Yeah, we'll
at
see.
the soonest. But yeah, we're gonna come back with some crazy stories. We'll have seen more anime, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. So thank you all for listening. It's been a lot of fun. And have a great rest of your evening. Con Summer 2026. Let's go get it.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Have a good night.